So hold on. You said
I didn't bomb. I already cleared my name on that.
And he deleted every video on the internet. I can't find that video anywhere.
How did he bomb?
He just froze on his only part.
Oh, this is
on the only part you're supposed to know.
I ain't freeze on shit.
You didn't?
No. What happened? We've discussed it. We've discussed this
the
like
HD show.
And the thing is, I wish I could say it's on film.
Oh no!
But I can't find the video nowhere.
This was back when we were steppers.
Big steppers.
Big steppers. Hot steppers.
I was Mr. Morale.
I wasn't a stepper.
Okay, I said big stepper because Kodak. Well, no, that's not Kodak. He be talking about steppers. Well, he be saying stepper.
I think they're talking about steppers in a different context.
Who you talking about? Who you talking about?
Because Kendrick.
Are you talking about like the culture, the words, like people say step? Yeah, no, that's different.
I don't think Kodak was talking about actual stepping.
I know. Oh no, I
That's how I'm running down on niggas, bro.
Like absolutely. Could you imagine Kodak Black stepping?
Right.
Yeah. Kodak
I know
Black.
that. Y'all
on the
were
track.
relating steppers to what we were doing.
Yeah, that's where the word
I was
came
doing
from.
both.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thugging and I was thinking.
I was using
That's when I was trapping them t-shirts and party flyers. So I was doing both.
I'm glad that they made the word relevant again, because as soon as the album came out, I immediately thought of when Courtney froze up on the stage.
Okay.
Way back in 2012.
All right.
2011.
Hey, Courtney, you know what's
It
dope
was the
though?
fall of 2011.
I just want the listeners to know, if anybody can hear this right now, I was one of the founding members of HD High Definition Step Team, right?
Congratulations.
We all were members, alumni.
Well, happy
Yes.
birthday.
And we
Phaedra
won
said.
every time we competed.
And
But
even
sometimes-
with Courtney freezing on stage, we
What happened?
still won first.
So what happened?
I didn't. Let me throw this in there. I don't even remember asking to do the shit. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I remember being placed in a position that I wasn't comfortable doing, and I did it because
That's amazing.
yeah. And
That's life experience right there.
Honestly, I did what I had to do.
You do?
Yeah.
I was. You gave me one job. I had one job, and I did my job.
Stand up there.
I didn't freeze. The people to my left,
We're gonna find the video,
and you were
Courtney.
to my right.
Yes, and I didn't.
And
freeze.
y'all's adrenaline was going too fast.
Generation of HD.
Your adrenaline was going way too fast.
I might look a little
All right,
awkward.
let's intro the pod
David
first.
also missed
Okay.
up.
Let's go ahead and intro
David
this
missed
pod
up.
first.
Who else missed up?
Let's
JT
intro this
missed
pod
up.
first.
JT messed up
and
too.
then we'll get right back into this
James.
conversation.
All right.
All right.
Jacob.
Go ahead and make the beat drop, D. Nope.
Made the beat drop.
You're
You're now tuning into the sounds of the Potnas podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the best podcast out there on the sound waves. It is the Potnas Podcast Season 5, y'all.
Feels good to be back, bro.
It feels real good to be back. Oh, it's up to you. We can get this freestyle shit popping. Hey,
this guy.
let me know. Oh, freestyle little session. Hey,
go.
it's the Potnas Podcast on this freestyle session.
Stop.
I know y'all niggas broke, cause I can feel the recession. All y'all niggas cap. All I spit is facts. I'm electrifying. Don't get a zap.
You don't get zapped down like a frying pan.
Come on.
I done came through a flyer there, Peter Pan. Man, look at me. It's the boy Dino. And if you didn't, well, yeah, nigga, we know. And I can keep it going all night.
What?
I don't give a fuck, you fuck with them when I'm in fight. I said the second season, I can run it back. It's the boy Dino, it's a Mac attack.
I know that boy chisel like a vibrant thing.
He gonna change the voice.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
why you fucking my shit up, dog?
Hey, what?
I was trying to come in with this real cool.
Try to go scare.
Y'all supposed to pass the fucking mic.
He got on sexy.
Oh,
shit.
he was ready.
Wow.
I was gonna say something about coffee, and then broke hoes get off me.
Coffee, bro.
It was rolling.
I was
Come on, say that, bro. Let me come in your bar.
Hey, run it back real quick. Let him go. Let him back. There we go.
broke
Yeah,
hoes
right.
off me. Okay. Yeah, something about
niggas always
They say it every time. Always after the fact.
after the fact.
COVID got these hoes coughing.
Right. What else? Look, that's it. That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potnas Podcast Season 5.
Yeah, man.
Man, that's a blessing, right? where we are delivering our perspective on topics, news, and shit. We are your host of Potnas. First up, the partner working the board. He is known as the flyest one in the room.
Uh-oh.
Give it up for Dino, a.k.a. the Dictionary.
Hey, is he the flyest one in the room anymore? Do we have a...
Damn, it's a toss-up.
A new contender.
Is there a...
Thank you for the nomination.
Across the table from Dino is our latest and newest addition to the crew.
That is me.
He did have the world's greatest beard,
But now I'm a Puerto Rican. Very,
You are welcome.
a very bitty bitty bum bum.
Yeah.
Bradley bum bum.
Give it up for Bradley, a.k.a. Cooler Than Pulling, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
What's happening, Big Red
what's
P?
going on? What's popping?
I know you want this right here.
First episode
Chicago.
of the season,
You know what I'm saying?
and the first episode where you're officially a permanent partner. Huh? Oh, I like that. Permanent partner.
Our platform was changed like Obama. Changed.
At his
words.
diagonal is the, we call him...
Adjacent to his perpendicular.
At his diagonal.
Adjacent to his perpendicularness.
Yeah.
To your right.
Well, y'all niggas wanted to switch the chairs up.
I know.
But
It fucked him
I
up.
do
It
like
definitely
this
fucked
new...
him up.
I like this a lot.
Yeah, I'm
too.
comfortable right here.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And, you know, because Courtney has been bumming it out, so we needed to move this nigga to the back.
Actually, he's front and center.
Yeah, this is my... But this is how I always am. This is my
Steve.
my thing.
Yeah, it's wrinkled.
I'm comfortable.
Sorry. Freudian.
Give it up for
I'm
Mr.
wearing
Put
linen.
Your Money Up. He is our real estate and sports enthusiast. We know him as Corn, but y'all know him as Courtney Javon Coleman.
Whole government name in your.
Well, shit, he want to put his whole government name out there.
Yeah, that's
He wanna be as super
that's his
professional
that's his
as possible.
username.
I liked it when he. I liked it when you were Javon Cole, bro.
No, it was time for a change.
Yeah.
That gives like
I grew up-
R&B singer.
Nah,
Yes, it does.
it does, but
I'm definitely getting R&B singer vibes off of that right there.
yeah, I just
Javon Cole.
I don't think I'm feeling that.
All right. And lastly, I am the most extraordinary, electrifying, and explosive partner of them all.
Are we gonna support this shit this time?
My boy.
Give me a bone. You ain't never met a friend like me. I am Mr. Somebody Had to Say It. I will always say when nobody else will. I am your navigator of the show.
What's that mean?
They know me as JT, but y'all know me as Tizzle the motherfucking Thrizzle. Because I get it.
Oh yeah,
live
that's
thrills.
every sound effect that they got.
now you hyping them up now. Right?
Thank you for condoning this.
This is just for
Real
like
live
making the voice.
Thrizzle.
That's what I'm really thinking.
That reminds me a lot.
Nigga.
All right. Hey, to our listeners, thank you for supporting us for the previous 4 seasons.
Yeah, man.
And with season 5, we have a lot in store, so much to cover. But let's get back to the stepper conversation, and then we're going to get into all the rest of the business.
Big stepping. Hey, tell me this. What y'all think about the album?
Oh man. Oh, way to start things off.
He has 3 songs that got me stressed out.
Three songs featured. 3 songs that what?
That he's rocking with.
That
really
and then
just-
also him and
No, regardless of what the songs are.
here's the issue with albums like this, because I want to pick and choose what I want off albums. Now I don't feel required to like a whole album to remain steadfast in liking that artist.
Oh, absolutely, I would agree.
And I used to feel guilty about doing that to people. But
doing that shit with Kanye,
there's
too.
3 songs. But the problem is, the whole album's so melodic and fits all together that I haven't paid attention to track names. So it's kind of hard for me to.
This one is Silent Hill.
okay.
Ooh, Silent Hill.
Hey, speaking of that, somebody tweeted, what am I supposed to do if I go to a Kendrick Lamar concert and Silent Hill comes on?
Like
straight up though, like what?
Whatever the millennials do. I mean,
I guess you can vibe to this. It's cool,
we are
but
millennials.
no, it wasn't Silent Hill. It wasn't this song. It was a different song. It's a different song. Because this song goes hard. I can vibe to this.
No, civil rights rap. It was the one with the little girl.
Yeah, that's the one with the chick when he was arguing with the chick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my least favorite song.
Yeah.
I could go without that
Are you
song.
kidding me?
You know why?
No, it was a great story.
You know why?
But after
I'm gonna get my take
all
after
the screaming.
Bradley.
Why?
Because that is Taylor Page. Y'all know who that is?
Yes,
Yeah,
actress.
that's the actress.
Yeah.
Right.
And did y'all see her accent in that movie that recreated the Twitter story, Zola? Or not? Yeah,
I
Zola.
haven't watched it
She's
yet.
terrible at accents.
Okay.
And I was like, what about this don't sound like, it's like cool, the dialogue's cool, but like, because it rhymed.
But like believable.
Other than that,
Did it sound like her?
It didn't sound believable.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah. So that blew me.
Oh, it sounded too rehearsed.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I agree. It sounded really theatrical for me, but I think that's also what's gonna make it have a bit more mass appeal. If it was a little too real, it wouldn't have been quite as artistic, and that shit would have sounded like a Friday night in Greenbrook Colony.
People would be white neighbors.
It'd be horrifying.
White neighbors would be calling the police when you're playing in your house.
That's the last song. The song you just played was the last song he got on the charts.
I mean,
He only got one song on the charts right now.
Yeah, we'll
like out of the whole album.
Here's the thing. Now, okay.
Only one.
Here's the thing. Quick take.
Well, you're
now,
paying for your Billboard placement on the charts.
You think
I
so?
feel
That's
like.
what Nicki Minaj
hell
said.
well, that's true, but
No, it's just not an album you can spin back. Personally, I can't go top to bottom, or I can't go. It's a like you appreciate the album, whatever.
It's like a form of
but
Yeah.
after the first spin, you're like, okay, cool. So
I
Get the
disagree.
vinyl.
I
Get the
disagree.
vinyl.
I disagree. This is where I sit with it. Now, I've also, and I'm coming from a different perspective. I'm not going to big nobody podcast up. Sorry, but there is a pod that I listen to that does a really good job of like dissecting Kendrick's album, specifically like he goes into to Pimp a Butterfly, and it's about Damn, right? And he gives a lot of contextual shit that you wouldn't get otherwise, and it makes you really appreciate his shit.
Oh, I appreciate
Homie's a
it.
genius, but Pete, he has like, so Good Kid, Mad City he gave you more of the streets. It was very, very narrative and anecdotal. Okay, he gives you the Pimp a Butterfly, some artistic shit, right? He gives you Untitled, Unmastered, which is kind of some in between.
I actually like that.
I loved it. It was very kind of, it was almost like an acoustic album. It was very musical and shit. Then he drops Damn, which was kind of a return to like the Good Kid.
There's a lot of things I skipped on Damn.
Probably.
And he was the most accolade.
But go and try to listen to the album again.
But
I
look,
guarantee
this
you,
is-
you're gonna appreciate songs that you didn't.
Maybe.
before.
Yeah.
And that's where there's two things I disagree with.
He's timeless and classic.
With the,
I think so.
I can't give it a spin again. I have to give things more than one,
no.
two,
Yeah, I
three
want to
spins.
clarify.
So I
Not
can
to
hear,
saying like I can't. Like I'm
it's not
saying,
something you're gonna be listening to.
I'm talking about in my.
Courtney is always on the turn up or always on the go.
No,
He
it's
needs
not even-
something appropriate.
Nah, he
for
love Chris
the-
Brown.
But it's not just that though. It's like it. Well, true. So it's my thing. So like this is a nice way of saying
loves
that.
calm
This
music.
is my thing. Like I feel
Like
like
Iverson, he
Kendrick
said-
Lamar is obviously top 3. Right? You can't deny that. My problem is point is
Yeah.
when you
Freudian slip like
when he been gone when you've been gone for like 5 years and you come back with a tape and it's super deep.
Yeah.
I think I would appreciate that more had he been making music beforehand. Like when he was making the features with Baby Keem, I thought he was gonna come with that same energy. The song, what's the shit with Baby Keem he came out with? Reach the Singles. Anyway, but
I wish I had it for you, but
anyway, it was commercial enough to where you could be like, you could vibe to like, oh shit, Kendrick coming back with some, you know.
Oh, they talking
and
about let's get this shit. Let's get this shit.
Yeah. When he was featured on a couple songs on the album, yeah.
Top of the morning.
Yeah, exactly. So you, but see, even that's like, I'm like, all right, he finna come with something, and then when you play the tape and you going from top to bottom, and it's like you listening to it and you like, your eyes buckled up, like, what the fuck is he like?
He's like killing the mic.
He's trying, you know, you reaching for it, like, give me something I can just like.
Top of the morning.
But Courtney had said something that I think I had reiterated in one of our previous seasons, but it's what Pharrell had said in a song and a novel that he put out, saying that people don't want to think anymore; they just want to feel.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You know, and then that, like, for the other reasons that we discussed outside of the pod about why I've changed my perspective and just like my whole dream about wanting to be famous and stuff. I don't care for that anymore because I know that.
I thought you was going somewhere else.
No. But I just don't care to like be out in the public eye and put my art out like that anymore because
We should dive into that a little bit at some point one time.
That's a whole episode. That's coming later on in this season.
I'm curious to dive into that a little bit.
But you know, Andre 3000 said something similar to that.
Yeah.
He was like, because someone was like, yo, why don't you make music anymore?
Yeah.
He can still make music. He's a great artist, but he was like,
People just don't appreciate it.
nah, he was smart enough to say, I'm past my time. Like him making the tape, he knew that it wouldn't resonate with like
Yeah, I can
us.
see that.
Yeah.
Not say us, but like
no,
a generation
are you
how
kidding me?
it would with like, not you, but like,
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
if you're mature enough to understand that, to be able to say that in an interview, if somebody's asking you that and they brought you on their show or whatever, if somebody's asking you, where's the music at or something, somebody asked him that and he said it openly. That's enough. That's all that you would ever need to release something. Like having one fan.
it's always
is
gonna be a
enough
fan.
fans.
It's always gonna be a fan.
Listen,
to make music
I happen to agree there. No,
Because when you if you fly,
I want to hear some Andre. So anything,
I do too. But also, I don't want Andre to go. I want Andre to have 30,000 album sales.
No.
on his next.
You won't get Dre.
But like,
you wouldn't have
why?
got Love Below. You would not have gotten Love Below.
Because that's what you want to talk about hip hop. That conversation is gonna come up. Oh, Andre was this and that, but then his last few albums, that shit was terrible. Like, because
if he's forced to create when
you
he
don't want
a
a tarnished, tainted record. Basically, like that's like
Okay.
fucking Michael Jordan coming back and trying to play with these niggas that
it's
when knowing that his knees are like blown out.
Yeah.
Right.
Jay-Z to me is the greatest artist of all time. I feel like, in my opinion, but Jay-Z would not. I guarantee you, Jay-Z will only do
Artist or
features.
rapper.
But the thing
Artist.
is, see,
No, he's an anomaly. I think he'll drop a project again for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, and that's a poor analogy because
For sure.
what gave out on Michael Jordan to make him not be able to do what he did was beyond his control. Your talent as a vocalist, unless you have like dementia,
it's the same shit.
You're making the same quality music. So
It's beyond his control.
It's the fandom that is
ding ding.
That's beyond his control. The culture's
we were
changed.
comparing how much acclaim you would have. You said tarnishing your record, how much
fandom.
acclaim you would have.
How much?
But it's like
Are your efforts
Michael
in the
Jordan
ring?
couldn't control how much acclaim he has because his body cannot do that.
You talking about physical? We're talking about.
I gave you the same.
No, I'm saying, but it's the same thing because if Andre came out with a tape, he has no control of the fact that nowadays people will probably jam Playboy Cardi before they jam Andre.
How they gonna
That's what I'm saying.
receive
Why
it?
does that matter?
It matters because of the relevance.
That doesn't tarnish. How does that tarnish?
Because there's music
You're making
coming
less
out every
album
single-
sales.
Bro, look, okay,
So the album sales for you is
what
Dino,
it's
do me a
somebody.
favor. Hold on, listen. Dino, do me a favor in the background. Can you pull up the like what the week 2 sales were for Kendrick? They dropped drastically. Like, and this is week 2. This is fucking Kendrick Lamar.
I really wasn't all that excited. I was excited when it came.
But
I wasn't
what
high
we're saying-
anticipation.
Okay, so but that's because Kendrick is still like kind of somewhat in his prime. He did take a 5-year break hiatus, but he's back now. Andre, if that nigga were to come back right now, that nigga's probably not gonna be popping or the
I
young
disagree
boys.
completely.
If we started
hold
this
on.
conversation off with how quality the music was,
He may have features with the Playboy Cardis in the.
Nah, hell no. Andre 3
Stacks.
Stacks?
Wyclef did it.
He was featured on Jungle 2.
Come on, and all kind of shit.
see, we're talking about. So now we've gotten to the point where we're not comparing how good the art is and where they chart at. Now we're talking about how much people
How well it'll be
are
received.
willing to listen to it to begin with and continue to listen to it. They're connected, but it's like, okay, so
You're saying who cares?
we started.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
the example that you gave, Andre 3000, like, I'm bold enough to admit that I'm past my time.
Yeah.
Why does it matter when you're putting out the same type of art that had you famous in the first place?
Because
always gonna be a
it's a
fan base for
different
that.
audience now.
because LL Cool J can't put out a tape right now.
Which presents the question
Bradley.
again: then is it the quality of the art that we're comparing to
No.
charting? Because that's what I was
I think
comparing it
it's a
to. Like Kendrick
yeah.
Lamar slipping is not surprising me because that music ain't necessarily.
Okay, a couple things.
I'm scared to say that.
I didn't finish my Kendrick thing.
But I like I
This
liked
ties
it.
in perfectly.
But I can see how people wouldn't like it because of what they consider quality, not because they don't like the fact that Kendrick Lamar is a good artist. In other words,
Go ahead, you know.
So, just to kind of finish like my take on the album, going through his discography.
So we'll get back to the first album.
So the first track.
No, and this ties in perfectly because y'all keep classifying this as if it's like not fucking amazing. So
No, it's a masterpiece.
I like it.
given his discography, I feel like this joint right here is kind of a great. It's like put all his joints in a blender, blend it up, and you get a little bit of everything. Because the fact that he has even one joint on that's charting and doing great, that's all you need. Think about it. Butterfly, all he had was all right, nigga, and that's all he needed,
No,
bro. What else
disagreed. Reason why is
Hold on. I'm talking facts right now. So to Pimp a Butterfly, the only song that charted like that was "We Gonna Be Alright."
I don't know that for. I can't argue that because I don't know.
did too.
DNA?
That was off Damn.
Damn.
Damn had a bunch of joints that charted.
Oh yeah, because Rihanna.
I mean, sure, but
Rihanna carried that album for him.
What
Damn,
album?
I don't know why. Maybe
As far as charting and album sales, Rihanna carried that album
But
for him.
she had nothing to do with.
If Rihanna wasn't on
She
that
had nothing to
song,
do with. Be humble.
what happened?
Humble.
Which
Bitch, be
song is
humble.
that?
Hold up, bitch. Sit down. Hold up, bitch. You little bitch.
I'm sure him and her song charted higher than
I
that.
was also on the charts.
Yeah, probably did.
I was also on the charts.
So my point was,
okay.
it's not that it's not quality music, because you can't take that away from a great. Like, I made the quick jab at LL Cool J dropping the tape right now. Like, why would you ever? You know what I mean? You can't do that.
That great to begin with.
No, see, but the reason why you said, he said he wasn't that good to begin with. No, see, but
You can't do that to LL.
He's a great.
hey, we gonna put a bow on this.
Okay, no. What I'm saying is that his quality of his music diminished over the time of his career.
Yes.
LL Cool J.
No,
But somebody's consistently putting out amazing music that you're used to.
He just stayed in the past. The quality of his music did not diminish. The times advanced. And
Would you rather listen
That's
to
what happened with Kendrick.
Would you?
That's what happened with Kendrick.
Are you kidding?
If you're such a
Kendrick is not even. He hasn't even reached his prime, in my opinion.
No, I'm not talking about his. I'm talking about that's what happened with this album.
No, I disagree. So I think for this album, for me, I think it's a lot more. So it's more of the artistic side of things than probably niggas wanted after him having been gone for a 5-year hiatus, right? Like he gave you a lot of To Pimp a Butterfly, a lot of Untitled Unmastered, and that bitch. And niggas wanted more Good Kid, Man,
right.
Damn.
They were not ready to sit
Section
down.
80. They wanted, and he gave you theatrical like hood arguments, like. I'm not
surprised worthy.
I ain't gonna lie. To me, this shit's it's beautiful.
Well, that's why he leaned into the civil rights.
He had a song with
and all.
old girl from Portishead. Like this shit's ill.
The thing is, bro, we as a people are exhausted.
He doing what Beyonce doing before he had to do it.
Now, I will tell you, listen to this album for me though, and this is the one critique I do have of it. It is very psychologically and mentally exhausting. It exhausts so much of my mental bandwidth because it's like watching a bunch of scary movies back to back. It's like riding a bunch of roller coasters you know going to drop 100% down. Like,
right.
Going to drop 20 times back to back.
It's like watching a lot of history.
No,
back.
but it's just like
when do you listen? Like, my question is, when is the appropriate time to jam that tape?
oh, nigga, I was listening to it while I was painting. I listened to it over here.
I don't paint. That's where I was going to connect with you because I know when we listen to music the most is in the car, and I need that motivation.
But, okay, so this is
And that's where most people who are buying things are listening to music at.
When are our listeners
Or streaming.
This ties into our point about.
Oh no, I agree.
Because the quality of Kendrick's productivity has not left.
No, it's incredible.
It's amazing.
It's even gotten better.
The first spin was great.
I was just saying.
But he has always been an artist beyond his time. This album is going to age very well, just like Damn and To Pimp a Butterfly. He's going to win some sort of illustration, artistic pen, and
Like an award?
an award for this. This album will likely, and even if it doesn't,
amazing.
It's an amazing piece of. It's a masterpiece. However, it doesn't fit the construct or just the mentality and the essence of what is in the air right now. We're getting ready.
It's good music, but it doesn't garner streams because it's not a repetitive thing. There's like some sort of
It's to me, it's almost like a time capsule. He what that does really well, and it's we listened to it and had like a shared traumatic experience. Like, goddamn, it's real, nigga. He got a song about his transgender aunt, cousin. He got songs about the abusive relationships that are real life. Like I've seen my partners and my brothers fist fighting their girls in the parking lot. Like it's so tragically terrible, right? Gangbanging, niggas dying, prostitution, all this shit is very real, right? But it's all compiled in this one body of work that we listen to over the course of a double album. You're spent. And so to answer the question, like how do you, it's maybe it's not something you're supposed to jam every Friday all the damn time throughout the whole week.
I said in the beginning, buy the vinyl.
Yeah. But it's like, it's a stamp. It's a beautiful
piece
of time.
There are 4 joints on there.
And it perfectly captures right now. That is
a money maker.
It's the time we're living in, bro.
It's kind of a Grammy maker.
The fourth
not a money maker.
Yeah.
So question. Somebody even tweeted this too. I'm all on Twitter, but somebody said music nowadays it's been a vibe of music being very like sad
and dark.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like when we had the conversation about going out, going to clubs, doing this, doing that. What are we listening to nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Like what is on like
you talking about this trap
it's a sad trap. One thing, and I don't care how old this make me sound, I don't like the niggas that sing like the following or rap like the following.
But that's everybody though.
I hate that. I don't even care if they're saying happy words.
Like Rod
That
Wave?
sounds so. Oh my
no.
god!
Yes.
Damn, right.
Give that up, please.
Where's Broadway from?
I don't know.
Somewhere
Probably like Memphis or some shit.
Memphis, Alabama or something.
Damn,
I don't
that's
know.
fucked up.
Yeah, all this
Shout out to
sad
Rob.
trap,
my nigga.
like
I fuck with you, Rob.
like,
I don't know what these niggas are.
but it's therapy for them, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I'm letting them get their shit out.
It's a
But nah, a lot of people saying the same shit. Maybe they are all going through the same thing. I get it.
It just gives me like your friend got out of
But this
Yeah.
been going for a long
6
time,
months,
bro.
he
This
wrote a
been
song.
brewing for a minute. Like
I miss
even-
B King. I miss ignorant shit.
He's
Like
still
I miss.
out here. He just
I've been telling
we
you.
need it popping. He's been still making music that still is on the radio.
But
It's
you
just
know
ain't as
why
popping.
B King ain't like on
B. King
the
Kong.
pyramid like how
because he ain't
like
singing
they say-
about his baby mama.
Well, that too, but
sad.
it goes back. And I'm not about to open up this can of juice all over again. But
Juice. Hey.
yeah, I'm trying to throw out some more. But what I'm saying is, it ties into what are we doing in the clubs, in the lounges, and
Really, we have to have a part two because
Why we
Courtney
always-
wasn't here to argue that.
right.
Why do we always come back to that shit?
We're gonna have a part 2 later in the season.
What you talking about? What you do in the club?
All right.
This
Before we
sections
get
of how
into
you-
a
it's a
debrief
whole
of like everybody's off season, not week, but off season, because we got to catch our audiences up into everything.
How long has it been?
With everything, it's been like over 3 months.
When did we start?
But that's because a lot of life has happened.
never stopped.
But let's get a little quick fit check right quick. So,
man.
Me
cooling
first?
and pulling. Yes.
When did y'all start doing this?
I have on. Oh,
I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
you
I'm
were
joking.
gone.
I'm
You were
joking.
gone.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, skip me on this because I got slides on.
No.
that's-
We're actually going. Actually, we can start with you. Like that
I think that's a good idea.
Off season. Yeah.
What?
Welcome back.
Right. Well, your shirt. You want to explain it? You want to elaborate?
Hey.
hey.
I mean,
Got what you had on?
yeah, I did. No, I mean, my dad passed. That's what my shirt. It's a very sad thing to transition to, but
I mean, we was talking about sad music and stuff too.
Yeah,
It doesn't,
you know,
it doesn't have to be.
it's a
sad.
celebration.
yeah. So that's what's on my
It's a
shirt.
lot of
It's
strength on the shirt, though. It
is.
It says, "No one fights alone."
right.
Hashtag Team Clarence. All right. Shout out and rest in peace, rest in heaven, Clarence Coleman.
Was it rest in
All right.
power? So,
Yeah.
Rested.
You thought I was going to say Clarence Thomas?
I know where you go with it,
Wow.
but yeah. So that's just just bring down the whole vibe. So everybody.
I was gonna say until you wanted to explain the shirt. I was gonna say he had the you downstairs fit on. When somebody
Yeah.
downstairs,
you
I'm
down-
coming.
You throw on the shirt. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly though, like
That's what you call it? All right. I like that.
Yeah, never mind.
No, but to our listeners, that's now the cat's out the bag. That's why Courtney had to take a little.
Well, I
bit
mean,
of a
most people who know me
sabbatical.
and interact with most people know me and know. Yeah, this is like a secret.
Well,
Like,
because everybody wanted to know where you were.
no, most people knew.
We give out our Instagram names every episode.
Yeah.
If somebody wanted to know, they would know. They would know.
No,
that right now.
Courtney didn't say, like if you follow Courtney on social media,
That's actually probably true, but
this nigga did not post anything like at all. Like he went completely ghost. And
No,
so
he posted when he was
people
in,
were asking us. Well, they're not asking us. Hey, bro, people want to know what's going on. Like, where's Courtney at? Is he okay? Did he quit the show? Did he leave? Did y'all replace him with Bradley?
Somebody asked me that.
These
So
were
many
all
places.
the
If they were that intensely concerned, they
could've
would
texted
have
me.
they would have found that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So let's talk
they could've
about
asked
that, right? Like, people are not going to hit you. Like, people will come to indirect sources before they go to the direct source because they just don't know.
Who's people?
You never know.
they.
What do you mean people? They, people, friends, our peers.
Them, they, and theirs.
All right.
That's my preferred
Yeah.
pronoun.
Anyways,
Well,
let's
you know,
go
if they
to-
don't have
No, 'cause
a
they're
relationship
not
with
gonna-
the person, that means that, they shouldn't be trying to figure out
No,
nothing about
facts.
nobody.
No,
else.
but it's a lot of
because they're not going to
knows
entertain
it.
our conversation. So let's get back to the fit check and let's talk about like this.
I was about to say we have
crazy-
ADHD because we didn't.
It
went
was
from-
right. Love that for us.
Yeah.
Monochrome.
It's fitting
So
right into
what
my.
are you sporting? And I love.
I
the
am
shoe game.
monochrome. Thank you. I have on a pair of Casablanca and New
put the
Balance
foot up
collabs.
You said Casamigos?
Casablanca and
the Casamigo 12s and shit.
hey,
All right,
look
shoe
it up.
game. What does everybody's shoe game
Looking
look
real
like?
welcome.
Yeah, what you got on?
Rican. what
I
Sam
like- he
calls
took his whole
these
shoe off.
the sherbets or the sherbet.
Boy, I got some carpet on his shoes.
It look like it is dope.
They remind me
These
like
are-
school.
Nike Air
Ninja
Max
Turtle.
95s. I am a 95.
He got a closet full of 95s. That was ridiculous.
No, wait, these are Air Max 90s. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn.
95s.
Cost
are the,
limit.
yeah.
Courtney, did you?
It's that mean thing, that I'm on. But yeah,
I like the little tag on it.
Looks like Ninja Turtles.
and then rocking my of course anime shirt.
Anime shirt and
Shout out to
Maxes.
Demon Slayer's Zenitsu Electrifying.
The Who Slayers? What Slayers?
Demon Slayer. It's a very popular anime right now. That's that everybody's still raving about. All right, and then Dino rocking the maroon once again.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying?
looking like
That's a nice watch, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, appreciate it, G. This is more fossil shit. Ain't nothing. I'm gonna check y'all. Hold on, we got some stuff. Who's that? One of y'all get
All right,
together.
now.
Get it together.
Hey, you done messed the audio up. Hold on.
I guess you're the most electrifying
I'm
part
the
of
most
now.
electrifying this motherfucker tonight.
It's the lapel pin for me.
It's a lapel pin that matches with.
You're looking real snazzy, bro.
I can't pull my foot all the way up, but these are Pumas. Puma's killing it right now. These are old Pumas. Yo, you can't get these anymore in the States. At least I couldn't, so I got it from a boutique in the UK.
Just excuse the
what?
fuck out of
When were
us.
you
With
in
my
the
cotton
UK?
on cap. Nigga, since the internet existed, since they shipped it to me from there, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, the reason I wore my silky shirt, that's what I call these, because they're comfortable AF, and I'm celebrating the last few days of freedom and vacation, people, because I'm about to have a baby. Like any day now.
Way to transition us into
Like any day now.
beginning of the
No, I don't hear that shit. Any day now, bro.
Boy or girl? Tell the listeners.
I think we.
Oh, you already told them already. It's the secret.
I don't know.
So you just
told them.
So I'm having a son. His name is Drayson.
Draco.
Dre Day.
Don't even compare this poor baby to Soulja Boy. Do not do that. He's not even born yet.
So I'm having fun. His name is Baby Draco now. I'm just saying.
That's kind of
Okay, I actually like that.
That's kind of hard. Yeah.
So Baby Draco will be
Little
here.
nickname.
Just don't think too hard about Soulja Boy's
She's
career.
due on the 15th, and it's what? What's today's date? The second.
Second, yeah.
Yeah. So literally any day now.
That would make him a what season are we in?
Ooh, I'm not good with this kind of shit.
Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces.
After Taurus, I forget everything to Leo.
Yeah, where's Kate?
Taurus.
She knows all this stuff.
Oh, Gemini.
No, please don't tell me.
Cancer.
No,
and
not
then,
Cancer.
Gemini is June?
Yeah, Gemini is.
Let's just put it in Google.
I never knew that.
So he's a Gemini.
Yeah.
Jen's a Cancer. Jules a Leo.
Okay.
I
think
Gemini
Gemini's
back to back.
Yeah.
Gemini's and
Yeah, let's
Leo's.
get to the
Don't
best.
give me the lion.
Yeah.
Oh, fun fact. You two share a birthday, and y'all are what?
do.
Y'all are
Pisces.
Pisces.
So like a year later, right?
God damn.
And then me and Dino are Libras.
Hey,
But we
shout
all
out
share
to
the same
Libra.
birthday.
I'm a
Like
Libra
how y'all
moon.
two. What the fuck does that mean?
Do you know what time you were born?
Explain it.
No, I don't.
Okay, find that
Hey,
out.
let's,
Do you
we
have your
should-
birth
We should
certificate?
get everybody's.
No.
Okay. Well, you'll never know
The world.
unless you have a time machine to
I
figure
have
it
my
out.
social security card. I
No, you
don't
don't. Okay.
anything
Oh,
with
you
it.
know, there's a certain age where your parents finally give you back all your like birthright.
Yeah, yeah.
That didn't happen.
That hasn't happened yet. Did your mom still?
Wait,
have
is it
your-
real? I was agreeing, but is that real?
Yeah, I didn't get my birth certificate back until like after college.
Oh, I don't even.
I still don't have it. I had to call my mom.
is a hoarder, so I have no idea where the fuck that is.
Yeah, I might have to go to the hospital to get mine.
Yeah, you,
Are you
In
kidding
Louisiana.
me? Y'all really don't have y'all's?
I think my
What I'm gonna do? What am
find it.
I when I found out she had it,
Y'all babies, bro.
I was like, you know what?
You little
You
niggas
did a
is
good job.
babies.
Keep it, girl. Because I'm gonna lose that.
y'all are babies, man.
My mom
lose that
usually
shit.
finds stuff and recovers things that she's lost whenever she's having a garage sale. And then she's like, oh, I found it.
Here go a birth certificate. Ooh.
Wait, somebody shopping. How much for the birth certificate?
Oh, I would do something so bad.
Okay, you know what? I just thought about that. Could have been even worse of a joke.
No, I almost did it.
I know exactly.
I almost did it. I almost did it. I almost was like, yo.
That could have been way
So bad.
worse of a joke.
Wow. That's not the button I was looking for, but I ain't gonna find it.
Yes, you are. What did I do? No, that joke could have been far worse. And I know you're fully prepared to tell.
Oh, man. Don't do that.
I don't know.
Don't do that. But I will tell you this.
Don't. What I'm thinking about? Are we thinking about the same?
I don't know
thing?
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I heard. Yeah, I heard what you.
Yes.
Just say it. Why is it a secret?
No. Because
I know JT said worse.
Huh?
And we cut that out. We edited it out of the episode.
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna circle back and then release things that are on like the cutting floor.
Yeah. No, I'm done.
Stop.
And you do it really
No, I know. Don't let him get it because it is going to be
Yeah.
even worse.
Don't even give him the
I'll
opportunity.
be on my best
No. Moving on.
So, how about those rockets?
All right. What were we talking about?
Dino's child.
Your parents having your
Oh, God.
Draco.
Yeah,
Draco.
no, I will say
Young
this. So
Draco.
the birth certificate thing, y'all are babies because I had my own birth certificate for a minute. I think when I was
What do you need it
when I was
for?
in college, I don't know, like applying for jobs and shit. Maybe
Applying for a job?
maybe not. It was a job I applied for when I worked when I lived in Austin where I had to have a copy.
I thought you needed it for passports.
yes.
That was it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
So and I need that. I
You
wanted
actually
to get
don't
it in
need it
college, and then I got it
Not
Not
again.
anymore.
No, you never needed your.
Back in the day,
You need 2 forms of primary ID:
I was born in Germany.
Okay, so what would be your
And
2
it's-
forms?
your ID,
and
your social security card.
Ah.
I'm
Yes.
pretty
No,
sure I had to have
no,
my
I
birth
think-
certificate.
nah, that's not legal.
I'm almost certain because
I
that's the most
needed-
recent
I
time I've
needed,
touched
That's
my birth
illegal.
certificate.
It's illegal.
But like I said, I think it depends on where you're getting your actual passport from.
To renew, maybe?
Like what?
I'm just. I have no idea. I'm just making sure that I
Do you
could be
have a
wrong.
passport?
Somebody named
Yeah, I have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been out the country.
What else has been going on in the off season, for you?
Oh man, it's been a lot going on. I ain't gonna front. Again, the reason for this silky shirt is because I'm celebrating my last days of being out here, bro. I ain't gonna front. I've been out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been out here in these streets.
How's the business going?
Business is, well, before we jump into my business, I just want to say, anybody, never, I'm not gonna do that because by the time this comes out, it's gonna be like days away from her due date, so I'm probably gonna be in the house. But this weekend I'm outside, and the thing I've enjoyed most about being outside for the little bit I have, and it's dope because my lady is like, she's more introverted, and so she knows being out and plugging in with people that recharges my battery. So I've been like, people having this and that. I'm there and there and there. Just got back from Miami. Celebrate my boy Uzi, Dr. DK. Shout him out. And it was ill because, we do this pod shit, right? And it's like, it's an exercise and camaraderie and fellowship and, therapy and shit.
Yeah.
But you don't know who is like really touching or who's plugging in like that. Because like Tizzle said, it's ill because, we regular people, bro. In the off season, we got shit going on, but we plug in. So we look and we're looking at the metrics. And he's like, yo, people are still listening. Like, we're not, it's crazy. And so I had the experience when I was in Miami. It was dope. Shout out Miami.
I know the story.
It was really ill. And I hope she's listening. Shout her out. But it was them, plural, because it was an experience where I'm out there for my man's Uzi. And I'm so super proud of him. Y'all will hear from him one day. And y'all remember Uzi from college. Like, he was cool.
You said you went out there and got shows.
grades?
Who, me?
Yeah.
About to get paid. I remember a lot of
Yeah.
his
Well,
verse.
because for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And so
He was on a cipher. That's what we were.
Yeah.
Uzi is that nigga out there.
Thank you,
Like
Courtney.
he went to medical school out there, and he is that guy. So we're out and about in some part of town. What is it called? I'm not gonna remember, but we're in some part of town in Miami, and he's they flocking. He's swarm. He's like a beehive, and this is one chick comes and was like, "Hey, what's going on, D? What's up?" I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm sure we met earlier. I don't remember, but okay. Hey, good to see you. Your house, everything. Where's your wife?
Did you call her weird? Like how Bradley?
I didn't
called-
Bradley pull her. No,
It sounds like she was crafty.
This was I didn't Bradley pull her.
Where's your wife? Where's your wife? Oh, she
No,
not
but no,
here. You want to go?
Actually, I would be more scared. Where I think this is going, I would be more scared of her. Actually, go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, I know. Because you were even less scared.
It's like that snowfall shit. Let me give you some head. Why doesn't
but-
come through the back and blow your head off?
Nah, that's some.
Oh, that was great.
That was really grim and
Get your point,
graphic.
nigga. Let's go.
Really grim and graphic. What? I'm gonna give you head while my homegirl come and blow your head off.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
I just heard to blow your head off. You recanted that whole phrase. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's all I heard too. I was like, wait.
So no, this isn't going anywhere near that.
What?
So anything I say is not going to live up to that.
Right.
Yeah. This is actually a celebration. I'm going to end with this. I'll give you the abbreviated version. It was somebody who listened to the show, and it was like people who knew me, who I was like,
From the podcast?
yeah, and like,
And you didn't know them.
well, no, of course, I'd never met this person in my life.
Damn.
But it was cool because like this was like somebody that was associated with Uzi, but like had plugged her in and was listening to us. She's like, "Oh yeah, I fuck with y'all."
I feel you. Okay.
And like it's certain shit, of course we share whatever. And she's like, "Yeah, I remember da. You said this, and this." I'm like, "Damn, yeah." But it was so surreal because I never met this person and they knew about me, and we had a great time. Like we had a great
That would be a
fucking
cool
time.
way because I understood how she got plugged into
through Uzi, right?
if
It's
she
not
just
quite
found
as
it on her
extreme as somebody just walking up to you. So she was presented to you by somebody you already knew.
Wait, you're gonna break
That's
this
one
down
piece.
to make it see if it's
I
appropriate.
want to make
He's trying
sure.
to justify.
I just want to make sure that we don't conflate the two.
Okay.
Conflate the two things.
his
Okay.
And this isn't a new thing. Somebody approached me that I don't know that knows me. What made
Right.
it so different was how intimate it seemed like we knew each other already in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
I think that would be dope.
that was bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was
yeah.
dope, but it never happened like that. And that
There's
Shout
more
out to
people
her.
than what. Yeah, shout out to her. Well, you want to put her
And thank you for
name
listening.
Nah, we ain't gotta do all that.
All right, cool. But what I'm just saying, that, like to D's point, there's a lot of people that y'all aren't necessarily privy to that y'all probably have never met before that know a lot about us. I mean, shit, it happened. It happened to D again when we were in the mall. And that was your first time meeting one of our
yeah. Oh,
one of
yeah,
our homeboys,
buddy.
and he was just like, "Yeah, I remember when you said that."
Yeah,
and
right.
D was like, "Oh shit," he was taken back by
so
that.
did, yeah.
And this was their first time meeting, but he is a listener through a friend, a third party, and all that shit. Right?
I was gonna say it wasn't the
But-
first time. It just
Right. It wasn't like somebody
He's
walked
added.
up to you randomly
Yeah,
in
no,
public.
Well, no.
But even
if that-
then,
but
even
that's how it
then,
happened.
I'm not gonna be like mean to you. I'm just gonna be a
Now
little
you're
like
not.
you know,
Now
it's just
you're
kind
not,
of
because
cerebrally
we had a whole
straight. I didn't say I
episode
would be
where we
mean.
No, but that is how it
We
happened.
can go
though.
back. I wasn't gonna be mean.
That is how it happened, though. This person walked up to me and just started talking, and it wasn't until after like a few sentences in, I was like, "Oh shit!"
That you
okay.
realized she was Yuzoma's friend.
Yeah,
Okay, Yuzoma wasn't on the premises,
he was not. I mean, he was around. Like he,
but you were at.
he was.
Where were
he
you?
was in arm's length.
Where were,
Even
okay,
at the graduation.
okay.
No, it was out partying.
So
It's just like-
right, so she was there
Wynwood.
for, but she was there. because of-
When was live?
Yeah, we were in
So
Wynwood.
she was in the area because she knew Uzi in particular.
We were at the bar, like taking
Oh.
a shot type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If any extension of my friends, I might be out somewhere and an extension
what's
of my
going
friends
on?
comes
Yeah.
up and like, even if they don't say that they listen to the podcast first, which I thought that part, that's the iffy part. But even if they don't say that, like, okay, yeah, you're explaining how you know these things to me. It's strange. Somebody, yeah, hey girl, I follow you on Instagram. Okay. That's cool.
So more of the story.
Like, you know how many people you follow?
Right.
Dino's a prolific figure out on the
Yeah.
streets.
Dino, you're famous.
And you need to be out more.
No,
yeah. Be out.
that's a good point.
Go out,
That's
out
a
more.
good point. And you mentioned the business to save a long story. And actually, it's an experience that it's still developing. But the short of it is two things. One, don't ever get too comfortable, people.
Yeah.
Business has ebbs and flows, and don't spaz in the ebbs, people, because it's natural. It's gonna happen. Trust yourself. And the second thing is, I mean, this guy's been saying it for years, but I'm forced to do things I've been like not having to do for a while. So, like
In your business?
in my business, like I have to do like social media marketing, and I gotta do things I've been paid good money to do for other people. I'm now having to do for myself, which I haven't been, quite honestly.
So you're saying I was
all my
right
clients have been
this
word
whole
of mouth
time.
and all this kind of stuff, but like, now I need to really bolster my client acquisition pipeline. and shit.
But you know what it is, bro? Sometimes shit like that happens for a reason. Like this could be a. This
That's
could
been
be.
the theme. Everyone I've talked, like that's been the resounding theme. Everyone
That's the first thing I thought of. Like,
that. Yeah.
God works and creates that. Sometimes people like, let me slow you down so I can just make you put the same skill into your own
around
shit.
the time when like my son is about
Right,
to be born.
right,
So
right.
it's,
Well,
I do believe everything.
Yeah, I mean, I get to it, but yeah, that's great.
Boy, we be scared than a motherfucker when God be forcing
Listen,
us.
it'll rattle you. yo.
Monique, I've been seeing pieces of her stand up. And then, like
she's
it's
doing
kind of
Monique?
themed
Versus D.L. Hughley.
versus D.L.
It's a whole thing.
It's
right
like
now,
kind of
yeah.
wild, but she was like dropping similar, bombs about like how things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck
in
is going
between
on
the
between them
stuff.
two?
They're beefing.
No, she's just doubling back on all the years of
Oh, blasphemy that D.L. Hughley and all these other comedians are talking about her?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's kind of. It didn't even dawn on me that she was really being attacked by comedians.
I don't know what was going on with
It's
her.
been
I
Steve Harvey.
couldn't follow
It's
it.
That's
been
because
D.L.
it's
Hughley.
her. The way that's shaped up is it got her
It's
on
been Tyler
stage
Perry.
looking
He's a comedian.
mad
It's
wild.
all these comic men that be attacking her. So like people don't allow them to like have any impact on from the words that they say.
Oh, so it's no longer about the narrative.
They're inherent comedians. They're all in a different field right now. We look at Tyler Perry. He's like, production mogul, but that nigga is a comedian.
Right. Medea is a
We look
comedy.
at Steve Harvey. He is a television host. He is, it's the prim proper version of a comedian because that's why they hired you.
Yeah.
And he's a comedian.
Just enough of a
D.L. Hughley thinks he's a panelist.
Stop with the thing.
He's an all right panelist and maybe a all right podder, but he's a comedian.
So why is Monique? Why she tripping?
There's a few interviews that she's done for these people too.
Yeah, she ranted on stage.
Where they like shade her right in her face.
Oh, I seen the one with Steve Harvey. I seen that one.
Yeah.
And then of course Tyler Perry, and then the man that looked like him that be producing shit. Lee Daniels.
Lee Daniels. Yeah.
They made up. Oh yeah.
They made up though.
Lee and her made up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this all stemmed
only non-comedian.
And Oprah.
This stemmed from
Oprah.
from her being
Oprah did
hard to
same
work
shit?
with, right?
Yeah.
It all stemmed from like her being hard to work with.
Yeah,
and
that's
she-
the what they said.
Difficult, hard to work. Yeah.
and-
But then like Lee
yeah.
double back was like, nah, I'm just sorry. I was a pussy. I didn't want to speak up. But
Yeah.
She was
She's
basically
good.
just being a typical black woman.
What?
Damn.
Whoa.
I'm joking. I was just a joke.
You sound like nice to him.
Joke.
These are jokes, people.
Did not reflect.
You know what? I think that might have been. You should have chose the other version of that joke.
Somebody would come up and slap your
Than
ass.
that
We
one.
got to work on Courtney's etiquette.
It was a joke. It was a joke. I slid it in. It was a
We gotta
joke.
use the
Pause.
other version of that joke.
The
instead.
reverse side. Because I will tell you this.
Everybody's side.
Hey, but on some real shit though.
I'll attack your own.
The Monique thing.
No, we're not gonna let you fix it.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I will say that what sucks about the Monique thing, real quick, is that it does make her. To his point, is the way he said it is bullshit, but what he said is true. Is it does, sorry, the way he said it, I disagree with what he said.
Wait, did you say what he said was true?
It's true.
This is great.
No, you gotta say that.
I mean, you use that. That's a.
You gotta say it better than that. Like you don't get us fucked up out here. But what he said is true.
I don't care. Look,
it's fucked up because like she's just like.
What you're saying is she portrayed that in the industry. and the
because
industry
and it reacted because here's the thing, and I'm not even saying that like right.
Black
or wrong,
women are
I'm
emotional?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is when you run it back, like this particular time when she's on stage, her and DL are co-headlining a show and they're fighting about who was the headline, and she's on stage blasting this nigga, and they're on the show together. It's too much, bro. Like that's not the way to fight the fight. In my opinion, that's what that happened.
Can you play the news thing? Because that's news to me. I thought she was just going off on this nigga from some other shit.
Nah, fam.
He been talking crazy about her.
Well, breaking news for all who don't know.
That's crazy.
All right.
So they were co-headlining a comedy show. I can't tell you where it was, but there was other people there.
It was blurry.
And it was filmed on the Android phone. And she literally was just going bonkers. They were fighting about who's supposed to be headlining it. They both are pulling out
On the show?
their contracts. So the contracts, and he pulled out his contract. She pulled out hers. And
on the show?
This is after. But on the show, during the show, she's on stage, low-key ranting, going off on Holmes. And so that was just classless and tasteless, bro. I don't care what narrative you got.
So who you sided with?
It's not about choosing sides. That was just not the way to do it. And she had valid points, but she was portraying that narrative. And
I was just trying to make it juicy.
Beyond the narrative, it was just wrong, G. Like,
You know what it
that's
was?
not how you
But
do
she's
it. In my opinion.
if she's been going through this,
I want to counter you.
Drug through this.
Because she never has had this. I think this one's going to be, as soon as people see the rest of that Android clip, this is going to be way more impactful than any of her other attempts to talk about how she's been mistreated.
Yeah.
And you know why? It's because it's the difficult woman that y'all was looking for. She gonna give you that bitch then.
Yeah.
Since none of what else that I've tried to do, like please boycott Netflix, y'all, because they
Right.
they
Yeah, I remember
did
she
me
tried to
dirty.
do that, yeah.
And then she's like, hey, Tyler Perry really ain't
What
that
y'all
nice,
doing?
or Lee Daniels.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was like, nah, she's just a difficult bitch. You know, like it's like, nah, okay, well, I'm gonna give you a difficult bitch because that's what I'm on now.
Because y'all get spilled all the time.
Right.
And then invite me to your podcast. And so Monique, if you're listening, you are welcome to come.
If you're
straight
listening.
on the Potnas podcast.
Okay, and she did a good job of bringing. Never mind, I won't get that.
But
Go
I
ahead,
think
yeah.
that no, go ahead.
She did a good job of like still protecting other black women during her time of sitting still.
Even when they weren't protecting her.
A trans woman brought her and Lee Daniels back together. So that whole big moment, whatever, that's because she was on some
Trans women are so interested in comedy right now.
podcast.
That's crazy.
Even though the
Shout out to Pride Month.
T.S. Madison has a she has a
Over. That shit over with.
she has a blossoming career.
Sorry, it is
but like she was on a podcast with a faux background, looked like from Teams.
Oh,
and
no.
they're like brokering the relationship, and she went and made up with the man. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's like
beautiful.
Yeah, so it's nice to see that she's bringing up. You know, she's still supporting other black women, even though she's been suffering. You know, usually it's woe is me, help me, help me, help me.
And again, she has valid points. I just don't think that was the way to go about it. Now, I will say, I'm happy to hear that she's back in the game.
Yeah,
she has some new projects coming out, and they sound ill.
I love her. I loved all her past stand-ups. She's
amazing.
Is essential in the.
She's a queen. She's one of the original queens of comedy.
Well, that's one of the clips.
Yeah,
but I have a feeling that the reason why it looks like so pixelated, it looks like it was being projected onto this wall on the lowest brightness setting.
With the lights still on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this clip to see what
that's how pixelated. But that might be why it's so pixelated, because like I'm pretty sure this gives Netflix like somebody. She's getting paid to film this, to distribute this stand up, because like if everybody was able to film. Then there would be more than one clip.
Right. Somebody snuck in the video for the clip.
Somebody snuck that video, so this is supposed
That's
to be
probably why she went off like she did. She thought it was like, oh, it's not.
And it's about to be maybe in theaters near you.
But check when they do those type of, and I think you're right, because she did sound, she finally signed a deal with Netflix. It's worth it, whatever shit. But like. The only reason I noticed is some nerd show, listen to NPR, and they had an episode. No, it was Adobe actually. Anyway, it was a webinar. But they were talking about sound engineering. And when they do these stand-up specials, they always record, like these people do like 3 or 4 shows in a weekend. They record every show as if this is the one. And they have takes from all 3 shows that they splice together for the one. If it's an hour-long special, whatever.
Wow. Oh, I know that.
So when she's ranting, she's like, "I know, I'm doing 2 more shows. I can get it all off right now because I know I'm a."
Well, hopefully she got the same outfit and the same haircut.
No, it is. It's the same. It's usually like the same weekend. It's like the span of a weekend.
We
like 3 or 4 shows.
So our spring show in high school, I was in choir.
Yeah, we know.
Fun fact.
And so like we would have like 2 shows in a weekend, but like there'd be one DVD, and you get to pick which one of your performances from each night was better than the other.
Yeah. So imagine that, but like,
they micro,
splice each cut, which joke sounded, which got more laughs.
But if you was in multiple acts in the show, you could tell because my hairline was gonna be jacked up the second night or something. I was still learning how to cut hair.
It was okay.
Let's move on to NBA Finals. So Celtics are 1-0 officially.
Hey.
Score is 120 to 108 from Game 1.
And is over?
Yeah, the game is
over.
For our listeners, we know Game 2 is probably already well and done by the time this episode comes out. But predictions: do we anticipate Celtics, making history as far as this? As far as the last time that they've won a championship and upsetting the favorites for this whole entire NBA season, the Warriors? Or do you think the Warriors are just way too much of a dominant force and are going to reclaim their throne?
Nah, the Warriors for me are like the Patriots. I'm sorry, like
everybody can shoot threes, including the coach.
No, you have to this day and age, but it also disrupted the style of basketball. No, literally, their coach.
What I said?
No, I didn't because I don't watch none of this. Did somebody actually do that?
Their coach, Steve Kerr, he's known for shooting.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought this happened during the game. That's how intense the game was. I'm kidding.
If y'all niggas won't do it. He won like 3 championships with Michael Jordan, though.
No, bro. He thought the coach came on.
What?
He's saying he thought the game was so intense that the coach suited up. And it was a way that it was set up.
Steve could pull up.
He was like, you know what? I'll do it myself.
Steve said, I'll do it. We're never going to get it together, guys. Nah, bro, you can't do that shit. That's not how it works.
Can you give a coach a foul?
Oh, that's ill. No, but this team disrupted the way like I grew up loving basketball. Like there was no more inside paint game when these niggas is shooting die by 3, and it's dope. Like I now appreciate the skill it takes to do that, but it's like I'm just tired of watching these niggas win.
The Celtics have.
Of course, I'm going for Celtics. I'm going for anyone against them, bro.
This Celtics team has been together for like what, Courtney? Like the past 4 or 5 years.
These boys are
I've been
balling, bro. They
rooting
hooping.
for these guys for the longest, for the past 4 years that they've been together.
But
I really like this core. I like this team. They remind me of a old school, like a classic OKC Thunder. Not old school, but like when OKC Thunder, when that big three, the KD.
Harden
and Westbrook. That's what I see in Tatum.
Really?
The Tatum, Smart, and Jaylen Brown. And Horford.
He be the one balling.
Right. But,
I think Golden State gonna take it all. The reason why is because
even with the Celtics,
I think
because if you look, I just look at the box score, but Al Horford went off like 26 points.
Facts.
A bunch of stuff happened that's not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
you don't think so?
I think
and pulled in.
but I want.
You don't think Udoka's gonna make like
Somebody
those,
has my name?
Those I don't know if
I was getting there.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that what you were looking up? See if we were related?
No, I mean,
you went on Ancestry.
What are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about?
his cousin plays for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Who?
Pool.
Jordan Poole is your fucking cousin?
Yes, you know that?
Wow.
That's how they be playing.
Yeah,
crazy
fun
shit.
fact.
What? We need to be broadcasting. You know what? Next, hit that nigga up and see if we can broadcast live.
I can get him on.
See if we can get him.
No, not get him on. Like, see if we can do an episode out in
during the game.
Okay, so
Go to the locker room.
how would flights
on
work?
some inside the
Podcast
NBA
recorded
shit.
live.
How would
NBA on
flights?
TNT.
Okay.
Let's get our viewership a little bit more.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Would they be able to hear us like that lady that was on the game?
Probably
That we
not.
couldn't hear.
Yeah. Yo, that shit was
lady?
ill.
What you talking
ABC,
about?
get your sound together.
Oh yeah,
No, it was
I
the
don't know
TV.
What the fuck ABC
was the
was
TV?
doing.
Yeah.
It was not.
I knew it was
God
his
damn
TV.
How you know it was my TV?
Bro, the commercials are the same.
Everything was that was
damn it.
different.
But when you
I
change
never
the
seen a shit
channel,
like that.
you know what? It's irrelevant for our listeners. So you predict the Warriors.
to the meeting.
The Warriors gonna win it.
I predict. Who's the other team now?
The Trailblazers.
Okay.
Trailblazers versus the
Whales. The Whales versus the Fridges. Okay. So I'm thinking Fridges.
You got
I
Boston.
think a fridge could take a well out. Put that down that blowhole.
a fridge.
Yeah.
A fridge.
Yeah. Like a literal fridge could take
Icebox.
a whale out.
Courtney, predict the series.
I don't know. It's like
4-2 Warriors.
Nah, I got it. I got it 4-1.
4-1. 4-1. You think that they're not winning another game?
4-1.
All right.
Damn, that's disrespectful.
I got, and I'm being like, it's hard to say,
generous.
but I feel like that if the Celtics pull off
Let's see.
a victory at home, game 3 and 4, then I feel like that it'll be. I think it'll go to game 7, 4-3 Celtics.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't see any scenario whereby the Celtics take this, but I'm really rooting for them niggas, bro.
I think they'll make adjustments. They're the only team
Adjustments?
Hartford
all throughout, like
is not gonna
for
hit for
every game.
26
Like
every game,
if the
G.
Warriors come back and win
How
game
old is he?
2
41?
or game,
How old is that? Horford? Is he?
He he's like 36, 6 or 7.
He's like 45 in NBA years.
Which team has more black people on it?
Nigga, the whole NBA.
I mean, yeah,
No, like so maybe there's one or two white people on the team.
Yeah.
Which one has less white people?
I don't.
Warriors, I think.
Okay, Warriors.
Yeah, but Warriors, the whole team is like mixed.
I'm gonna say by white, you mean they all like 50% of the team.
So you add these percentages up.
Draymond Green is like a nigga.
They all that color. The whole
Oh
team
yeah,
is-
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole team is that color.
Draymond is about 5-6 niggas in one.
Okay.
So
He's 8
All
niggas
right.
in one.
you gotta.
Now
That's some good math. You gotta do that math.
I would like to see Draymond Green eventually like retire in like the next
do enterprise
like 4
commercials?
years, and then do inside the NBA like with Shaq and Chuck.
Oh,
and
that would be
all
cool.
them. That would be awesome.
Now I watch
I
that.
never heard,
Yeah, that is the most. That's it.
And I don't know a game they talk
Seriously,
about.
literally,
Just be
the
watching.
most entertaining show on
For the
television right now.
entertainment value, that's all.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to talk about this mass shooting trend? Do we want to go there?
Oh no.
No? All right, cool.
Goodness.
I was just so happy.
LeBron being the first billionaire athlete ever.
Oh wow.
I mean that was a given,
that's dope.
Yeah.
which is dope for him. But it's just, I mean, times have changed. Like
That's
he
a
can.
lot of LeBrons.
Yes.
It's a lot of people missing it
It's
with
not,
the
is it
shoes.
the shoes? It's not just the shoes. Bro.
Nah, it's
It can't
been,
be.
what
He got school. He got movies out.
his money is.
Oh,
in,
he does have a school, huh?
He got
has a lot
so
going
much.
on.
Y'all know
He
how much
has a lot
stuff
going on.
LeBron got?
Yeah.
Blaze Pizza.
$1 billion worth.
$100 million.
Blaze Pizza is that?
He's a lifetime. Yeah.
He's a.
That's why they charge you for every
He's a
time.
minority owner of a soccer team too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did y'all think about
was a strip club in
Bronny,
Maryland.
his son, taking that white girl to prom?
Hey,
It's
good for him.
If you
I
love,
mean,
you know,
when
it's
your dad's
kind
a billionaire, where'd you grow up?
and that kind of follows the.
Bro, the
trend
world's finna
about,
be 2055. They say it's about to be majority mixed.
You
Yeah,
said a whole bunch
It's
of
gonna be the
catchphrase walking
Warriors.
around.
Plus, there's a stereotype that when you make a lot of money, you're an athlete, you get a white woman. So he's following the
said
trend.
Huh?
There's a stereotype of when you're an athlete, you make a lot of money, you get a white woman. So he's following the trend.
Yeah.
You like
Especially people in his father's field.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it too much. but-
Well, why do y'all think? No, I'm playing.
What does that prove, though? You know how people always like, women always talk about like, well, at least he married a black woman. You know, LeBron married a black woman. It was sweethearts. They were sweethearts.
Yeah, high school.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
did Kendrick, by the
wow.
way.
It proves that even if you have a modeled black future,
You still can
The
get
man took a girl to
love
prom,
is
bro.
love. That's what I'm saying.
prom.
It's that you can't like predict.
But there's
how
nothing
your
wrong
children-
with-
No, I'm
Not
saying
at
that's a
all.
good thing. I'm saying that you
beautiful.
can't predict how your children.
Facts.
You can't dictate how
well,
your
we're
children.
in a different day and age. Like,
yeah.
you know,
But it's like also to your point, like Bron grew up in Ohio in the hood, so like, and
what?
that's what he was surrounded by. I'm sure.
yeah.
Like he didn't even have the
what
type
Bron
of variety that.
You know how many niggas got with they married their sweethearts?
Yeah,
and
I'm
then
sure.
went and found him a white woman
left
intentionally. like what?
Because they never were exposed to probably like you don't know what you don't know. Like you don't know that until you have
Right.
it.
And then when they saw it, they went and ran and got it.
Exactly.
LeBron
It's so
didn't do
fast.
that.
Well, that's
what I'm
deeper
saying.
though. That's because you know it's
that's
a
what I
different
was
conversation.
avoiding getting into.
Yeah,
this,
that's a
what I
whole
said
different
what I
conversation.
said. But it does happen.
Going to run.
I was gonna make another joke, but
Well,
nah, it's good. I mean, you know, he's a kid too. You know, you gotta live. You know.
No, I think it's dope. Love who you love, baby. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying that's a good thing.
My daughter is a.
You don't want me to think that's bad?
quarter white.
Jewel for the never mind.
Quarter white, I think. So Jen is white and black. She's half and half, and so that makes Jewel quarter white.
Quarter white, half a white.
Hey. Yeah. So she's, you know.
All right, and to put a cap on the news.
That was all the news.
That was just the news.
What news happened?
To put a cap on the news, I just want to put this out there. The legend, the myth, the man himself, Chris Brown has announced his next album.
He's pregnant.
All right.
June 24th. Breezy, the album, is coming out.
Oh, self-titled. Well, sort of self-titled.
That's so interesting that y'all niggas
you know,
are
self-titled
literally
albums are
cheering.
supposed
Y'all
to be
niggas are
greatest.
literally like pumping your fists in excitement. That's amazing. Y'all three. I could give a good goddamn about Chris Brown coming out with a new album.
Let's have a Chris Brown conversation so y'all can feel. You can feel
I just
like the sports conversation.
I'm about to say, is something playing right now?
JC trying to get us banned. We not gonna be monetized. None of
Now,
this shit,
JT,
man.
I will say you could have picked a better Chris Brown song to commemorate.
Hit the goddamn horns, baby. I am ready. Hey, this is the season to bring them knees out.
Yeah, I'm.
Summer 2022, baby.
Hey, this song came out like 19.
Yeah, you could have played Heat. You a new.
Well, I can play that shit too.
No, we good. We good.
Yeah, now we're
good on that.
now we're pushing it.
Hey, what is your favorite
Chris Brown.
CB
Really?
album or song?
Chris Brown.
Favorite song? Wow. Couldn't
Who
do
else?
that.
Okay, quick question.
Who would stand on the other side of a versus of Chris Brown?
That's what I was gonna say. Who else?
This guy
Who
has
else is there from an R&B perspective to get excited about?
This nigga is like the Jay-Z of R&B.
No.
Okay.
I don't think you can say that.
Are you serious?
Jay-Z, my nigga.
He's the R&B of Jay-Z. Nobody can stand on the
No.
other side of Jay-Z.
He don't even have
in a
enough
versus.
life
Jay-Z
to be
can-
the Jay-Z of anything
Bro,
yet.
this nigga has...
Maybe you can say Kanye. Not even
Wait.
Chris Brown.
Wait, R&B?
Nobody
He
can
said he's
stand on
the
the
Jay-Z of R&B, my nigga.
So like you saying he's the best out?
Yes.
No, but what does that mean? Because
Like
Jay-Z
one
is
of the
also like a
greats.
fucking mogul. He's Jay-Z.
In the short, like
Jay-Z
15
of
to
R&B?
20 year career that Chris
That
Brown
doesn't
has
even make
had,
sense, yo.
he has over 100 hits.
Jay-Z is one of the greatest of all time. So
Right,
you
and he
can't.
has over 100 hits, and so does Chris Brown.
How does this
Nobody-
sound?
This is difficult for me right
How's
now.
this nigga? 31,
There is nobody-
33? How does this nigga, yo?
I'm really trying hard. I really am trying hard to
You
to
got
find
Heat,
somebody.
you got Run It, you got
Who's
that.
it?
You talking about? Oh wait. So what are we asking?
I think you know who could stand on the other side? Justin Timberlake.
No,
That's not a
absolutely
black
not.
man.
Absolutely not.
Yes,
Absolutely
yes,
not.
he could.
Absolutely
No,
not.
no,
So I love
Absolutely not.
If it wasn't just
black.
if it just-
1,000% not.
If it wasn't a black audience,
Fuck that.
If it wasn't just a black audience,
No.
Fuck that.
If it was like a world audience, which is why Chris Brown's so popular because it's a worldly audience.
I agree with Bradley.
He could go toe to toe with him.
Toe to
He
toe.
don't deserve no fucking boo, bro.
No, fuck that.
Justin Timberlake toe to toe.
Yes.
Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
Justin Timberlake
He's one of the greatest
No,
pop
Justin
artists
Timberlake
of
is that
the
guy.
same sort
No,
of
Justin
time.
Timberlake and Justin Bieber.
Well,
I
not
think,
same
are
time,
better
but I mean
fit.
like same
Because
solo time.
From two different generations, they're a better fit in terms of their.
Okay, but Justin Bieber will get ate up.
You're right, by Justin Timberlake.
Just crumpled in the trash.
They're a more comparable match
No.
than Justin Timberlake and Chris Brown, my guy.
Justin Timberlake and Chris Brown cannot be in the same verse. Like that's
It's weird. It's
Why?
weird. It's
Why
weird.
not?
Why not?
It's weird.
They're
It's weird.
R&B.
No, they're not the same, bro. Like that's not even like a
Dancing wise and
They both performers.
yeah, they
both
think
dance.
that they're
So you saying
no.
Justin-
Listen, y'all,
Who
we
do you put
grew
against
up.
Usher? Who do you put against Usher?
No, it's not about the
Neo.
time frame,
Neo.
but I mean they have had very
Yes.
concurrent
Usher kills
careers
Neo.
actually.
Yeah, no.
Justin
Usher's-
Timberlake they have competed on charts before. Justin Timberlake and Chris Brown, that would be a competition.
Right, but yes,
Trey
that's my
Songz.
point.
Who's Trey Songz go against?
Chris Brown is still one of the literally the best R&B artists out right now.
Not when he's against Justin Timberlake.
He's more like the
Damn.
he's
So you saying he
becoming,
will win?
he's becoming like
You
the
saying
only.
JT will win in that?
That's a bunch of great R&B artists.
I'm not saying that he would win. I'm saying that he could win, and
Justin Timberlake?
That's a formidable opponent. Yes.
Yo, y'all are
sick.
Bro, this is the nigga. Bye
There's
bye
really
bye.
nobody
This is-
that well
this is
rounded.
NSYNC. This is that nigga that.
Bye, bye, bye.
It's not R&B.
Yes.
NSYNC is not. It's pop as fuck.
Okay.
But I will say
But
this.
it's-
Chris Brown is also a pop artist.
Gone,
R&B.
gone, nigga, bro, y'all are fucking insane.
Fuck that. Sir and Daniel Caesar. Okay.
But this is
let
the-
me
Not
tell you.
Summer Walker and Daniel Caesar.
No, I said
Oh.
Sir and Daniel Caesar. Kings of R&B. But let me tell you right now.
What?
It's
You said what?
what's just so bizarre. I guess maybe because Chris is so young that y'all give him this right
He's
now.
not.
Okay, then who the fuck would you say is the king of R&B right now?
No, I'm not.
Or not king, but
Yeah, it's the titles.
who is the
I think
Jay-Z
it's
of
the
R&B?
titles that are throwing me.
Okay, well, then fine.
Let's not maybe say who's the Jay-Z.
Okay,
because
Jay-Z, answer the question. Who is on the
Chris
other
Brown
side of Chris
is not
Brown
on a
on the
Jay-Z
verses?
level.
Ain't
Who
no
is on
other
the other side
dancing
of Chris
R&B
Brown
artist
of-
that have lasted this long.
So
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I would have to say
Who is on the other side of Chris Brown of a verses? That's the question.
There's nobody on the other side of Chris
There
Brown.
isn't really.
I don't even think that. I don't understand why we even.
No. Okay, so I got a question then. If the answer is nobody, then who would be on the other side of Usher in a battle? in a verse?
Neo.
That's to me. That's not.
okay.
Neo
All right.
and maybe like the Dream.
Okay, actually, you know what?
Nah.
Y'all are selling Neo short,
Darian?
bro.
Dream made hits, but
The Dream went against fucking what's his name?
If I can reach
For a
far
reason.
back enough in how long they've been out to Justin Timberlake, then we can reach as far back
I
to
was
Usher,
gonna say Usher
even
and
though that
Justin
is
Timberlake.
farther back.
But no, because when Justin
And they
Timberlake
haven't had very
hold on,
concurrent
when
careers.
Justin Timberlake was doing what he was doing while Usher was doing what he was doing, the shit Justin Timberlake was doing was not considered R&B. That shit was considered pop, diddly bop,
His very
bop, bop.
Justin Timberlake's very first album is pure R&B.
Right, Justified, and you're fucking crazy
No,
if you
no.
think that it's not. Because Pharrell and
What
Timbo
year y'all talking about?
Huh?
NSYNC?
What are you talking about?
NSYNC?
Yeah,
His
Usher
been singing since he was like 10.
Solo albums forward for Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
So I'm talking. So when did Usher drop?
Even if you were 94, I think.
Yeah.
94.
And Justin
And at that
Timberlake.
time was Justified out.
No.
But that's my point. When Justin Timberlake was doing what he was doing, while Usher was doing what he was doing, it was no R&B.
But it doesn't even
So you
matter
talking
about eras in
What do you mean
time.
it's not R&B?
It does.
It was, so when Justin Timberlake came out, what was he doing?
R&B.
Right.
Alone.
Darian,
No, I mean, alone.
Darian is
And
disrespecting
by the time
Justin
his solo
Timberlake.
career,
because
Usher
he
had
has
been
the-
out.
Why are we comparing that piece?
Right,
Define that.
exactly.
No,
Dino
because that's what
doesn't
I'm saying.
consider
You
him
said-
an R&B artist.
You were comparing
Just say that.
The time.
Just say that.
What?
Oh, because that's not in it. And as a matter of
No,
fact,
I mean he can do it.
actually, Dino,
I wouldn't call him an R&B artist.
as a matter of
but
fact,
he can do R&B.
Did you?
And this
did-
nigga so
He was a pop artist.
Like, what grade were you in when like NSYNC like Dirty Pop came out?
That
or
was
like Cry Me a River.
He was in middle school.
How old were you when Cry Me a River came out?
He was in middle school, I think. Cry Me came out in 03. Cry Me a River came out in 03.
Yeah,
How do you know that?
Because I'm a Justin Timberlake fan. Nigga.
It's really Darren. Cry Me. What genre was that song?
Walk away.
Darian.
Come on.
What was that, Darian?
That was like an
He's gonna
R&B
put it in
pop.
pop.
Oh,
He's gonna
was
put it in
it?
pop.
That was like
He
a
don't-
poppy R&B
he-
joint.
he
So
disrespecting
Timberlake
him.
made them a great pop.
Listen,
It's because Justin
listen.
Timberlake's been R&B his
Listen.
whole
Let's
his.
just say what it is.
I'm telling
He
you,
don't
bro.
want to classify him because he's
The same
white.
thing-
And
the
he
same thing
considers
happens
him
Do a
with,
white.
race. You gotta do a race. Eminem
Yeah.
is one of
Throw
the
the
hip
race
hop
card in,
people
too.
around, bro.
Same thing happens with Justin Bieber. Like know.
Bieber was discovered doing R&B shit on YouTube by Usher, and he like Bieber's origins are in R&B for sure, but he's a poppy. He's a.
You ever
poppy
seen
type
Justin
of-
Timberlake performing on what's the thing called the Disney Kids?
Absolutely.
Thing?
Yes, the Mickey Mouse.
They did Jodeci.
Right. What?
No,
Ryan Gosling and Justin Timberlake literally were.
Have you ever seen that clip?
Bro,
Listen,
no,
and I wanna
he's not
show
an
you.
R&B
I
guy.
have to show you.
He is not an R&B guy.
you've
But
never
I'm
seen it.
telling you, Justin
where are we?
Timberlake is
Okay, wait.
R&B.
They did a Jodeci song.
Me not
Tell
having,
our audience.
hold on. Me not having seen a Mickey
This
Mouse
is true,
Club, Justin
unless it
Timberlake
was one of Backstreet
clip means
Boys,
I'm
but-
not an R&B guy.
Britney Spears is on that same Mickey Mouse thing,
That's
by
a
the way.
fact.
No.
So she's an R&B queen. She's a queen
Christina
of R&B.
Aguilera, not Britney Spears.
No, I wasn't making a point. I was just
No, both
throwing
of
it
them
out
are
there.
queens of R&B right now. According to this logic, my nigga, because they were both singing Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston right
Do
now.
you consider Justin Timberlake an R&B artist?
No,
because clearly his
no, I didn't say he's not. I didn't say he's not. I think he is and he can be. But we're talking about.
That means you don't believe that he is.
Y'all niggas ain't answer my question. So he said he gave an answer. I need to hear
And answer to what?
who
was your question?
is who in the verses who's going against Usher.
Neo.
That's what he says. What do y'all say? Neo? Really?
I would like to bridge the gap.
You're making it a generational thing.
Bro, you can't
that's
say
not
without
the
making it.
question.
It's a simple question. It don't even matter
Right.
what. Like,
Where does Trey
it
Songz
just-
go?
It just,
No, I'm not answering the question with Trey Songz. I'm just asking.
I
Like,
asked that question earlier. He could go against Chris, kind of low key.
nah,
Oh my god.
But
That
who
nigga
is
can go
Chris?
against Mario, but not no fucking Chris.
Mario
Brown.
had like 2 songs.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
and then
Only 2
lies
songs?
Trey Songz had way more than 2
He's
songs.
not
Okay,
an
you're
R&B.
right, you're
There
right.
Trey
are-
Songz had way more
I
than 2 songs.
apologize for
Come
our
on.
audience.
Come on, y'all.
Because Darian is not an R&B head.
Why does he keep
clearly.
saying that?
Because
What
you're
did I
not.
say that was not like?
You did, bro.
Hold on, no. What did I say that was false? Go ahead.
You said what?
What did I say that was false? You keep saying I'm not an R&B guy. What did I say that made you think like something I said was awry?
You just don't know the facts. It's nothing.
No.
that you said
What did I say that wasn't a
that's
fact?
false. Huh?
What did I say that wasn't a fact?
You don't know facts.
You said-
you didn't say anything that's not factual. You just said
You didn't say one thing. You said that Justin Timberlake is not R&B.
I didn't say that.
Or surmised it.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't say that. But no, I'm talking about
He said
in regards to the
he's
Trey
more
Songz and the Mario thing.
Okay. And you said Mario only had 2 hits.
Yes.
That's not true
That's
either.
not true.
He
at all.
prefers to pronounce his shit Mario. That's what he said in the interview. So I'm going with
Okay, he can go up against Marcus Houston.
Listen, don't sleep on Marcus, yo. And where's Omarion in this conversation? That nigga,
shit.
He goes against Chris.
Okay.
That's Chris.
Whoa.
Man, you kidding me?
No.
Absolutely not.
Omarion is the
Omarion
most
versus Trey
suited to go
Songz?
against Chris.
No.
Omarion can go against Chris.
Not
bro.
against
What?
Chris, but against Trey.
Bro, okay.
Chris.
All right, now I see what you mean. Now I see what you mean.
Against Chris.
Thank you,
Against
bro.
Chris.
Against Chris Brown.
We're gonna put
You've lost
Who
your mind.
else? Who else is there? There's no one else.
Musically, Omarion versus Chris Brown?
Dancing and singing.
No. Name 3 Omarion songs.
That's one.
That was Tuck Arrow. That was like the same thing.
Y'all tripping. But to your point, but to JT's original point, I wouldn't say I would put obviously the GOAT of R&B is Michael Jackson. We all know that.
He's a pop. He's a
No,
pop.
not R&B.
But no, I mean,
But yeah, yeah.
if you're giving it,
Well, if you say Justin Timberlake is the same way.
the greatest artist of all
Even
time.
Justin Timberlake.
Y'all said Jay-Z
I just thought about another fusion.
I don't know where you
Mike
got that
is.
from. I didn't say he was.
But,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Icebox where it's supposed to be.
They're both Omarion.
Look, this is
Entourage.
Oh yeah.
He has them. I'm not gonna like
He's
go
got
back in his whole
Drop That
catalog.
Heater.
Not to mention B2K, but
Supposed to
listen,
be.
I'm not. I don't know enough to argue the point about Marion's catalog specific, but I know he got hits, bro.
Make your point, Courtney. What were you?
I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah.
Trey Songz is
I'm
going
just
against
taking it back.
Marcus Houston.
Listen, I don't.
Do y'all want to answer the song question? I had asked y'all which y'all's favorite Chris Brown song.
Nah.
Okay, cool.
I'm over Chris.
The moral of the news, how I wanted to end news is just letting everybody know that June 24th is Among Us. Juneteenth. Y'all try that ice cream yet?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm planning on having a nice ice cream cone with some Juneteenth ice cream on it, and working.
How do y'all feel about
because we don't get that off?
monetizing on
I'm not making any.
I should
packages.
take that day off though.
It's a floating holiday.
Yeah.
bro.
I'll tell y'all what I'm
They
going to
checked the
do.
box for that
I'm going to go down to Hank's
If it's
ice
on a
cream.
Sunday, does that mean we get Monday off?
No, it don't work like that. You
All
just lose
day?
out. Sorry, it's not.
But I thought
that.
it was a holiday.
It is.
It is.
See, and
It's not.
corporate did all that bickering and talking about, yeah, we're gonna finally acknowledge, we're gonna make our DEI.
I'm not really happy about it being a federal holiday.
Hey,
though.
quick question. Do y'all remember when companies was like, we're donating $500,000 to equity and
Diversity,
Where all that money go? Because
Diversity,
about 20 companies have said it on like Instagram. We should pull receipts.
and inclusion, right?
$500 grand is a lot of money.
It's going to it's going to people in my profession, but they try their hardest not to hire black people into diversity and inclusion, like to be the trainers for it. It's like, we'll do like let's find us a lesbian instead. That's diverse.
That's not what happened with Netflix, right?
Or let's find somebody that's
from a model minority.
Yeah.
Y'all
I
saw
was
what
going
happened
to
with
take that
Netflix,
real
right?
far and bad.
Yeah, I know. That's why I saved you there.
Yeah.
All right.
So with Netflix, like to Bradley's point, they got rid of all their DEI personnel.
What's
Well, they might as well because it wasn't working.
Diversity,
Whatever it was.
Equity and
inclusion,
Yeah,
right?
whatever it was, I think it wasn't working. So yeah, that probably was smart. They probably saved.
But
something.
I just think that like corporate entities and companies just need to go ahead and put it out there. Like, hey, yeah, we only give a fuck about niggas when y'all are trending.
ask us to.
When y'all are trending. Like, and then the moment.
No, you say they
Right.
need to say that, bro. Okay.
Nigga, it's the same thing with the mass shooting. It's like we all going to
That is-
y'all know y'all saw that cycle that was
That is not
was-
the same thing
that
at
was-
all.
No, I'm talking about like as far as relevancy. Like, all right. George Floyd happened. Boom. This whole worldwide acknowledgement and spotlight on acknowledging Black Lives Matter. We need to go ahead and do whatever we can to market on this and to show that we're conclusive.
Inclusive.
Inclusive.
Yeah, shit is kind of inconclusive like a motherfucker. Yeah.
In conclusion.
No, not inclusive. Sorry.
The icebox where it's supposed to be.
Inclusive of.
Hey, time out. Y'all seen the Black Lives Matter chairman got like a $3.4 million mansion or something?
And then they turn around and claim they got some good PR because they turn around and claim that they bought that for everybody to live. I was like, girl, tell me about that. That's ridiculous.
Hey,
man.
man. Hit me at a protest, you can go stay there for a
Y'all
night.
saw,
That would be kind of dope, actually.
So I can fly in and just chill at the crib?
You just gotta have
Niggas
a
will trap
you
them
have a
out,
video.
and the biggest cone of all.
Can you imagine Black Lives Matter house in
that
every
chick's name?
town?
What chick? Oh, shit.
We literally.
Right. We checked out of our Airbnb.
What's
Can we
the
come
chick's
stay at the
name?
Black?
Candace Owens?
Candace Owens. Yeah,
Wow, shit. We said cool.
She kept going up to the house to try to get an interview or try to ask them questions.
Now that's one
and stuff.
interview I might be in.
I would love to hear
How
it.
did y'all miss that? And then,
I don't know.
I don't watch her.
I don't watch that motherfucker, man.
Have y'all ever seen Prager University commercials come up on
Prager is
YouTube?
how's pronounced.
Bragger or Preg?
I don't want to know how it's pronounced because I let it play once.
What is?
I was like cooking or whatever. I was like, I'll just let the ads play and I'll resume the
I did
video I
the
was
same
watching.
thing.
But by the time that ad is up, I'll be done doing them.
Careful doing that because the
back.
things that you let run,
And
actually,
it
they
was,
make you want to
and I think
watch
that's
that shit.
how it even ended up there. But it's like Prager University is like racist university.
Terrible.
It's like
It's fucking
literally
horrible.
teaching like it was very rightist or whatever, but like
critical race theory.
it is
the opposite of that.
They have a commercial about that most likely, and but like it's very rightist, but it's delivered like worse than Fox.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a school?
Black people have the most abortions, and
Online
it's like
school?
very
It's not
like
even
it's not accredited.
a school of thought. It's not like it's not
Yeah.
it's not like a real university.
But it looks
Somebody
like
made.
that.
Okay, I see.
But it looks
like
like,
a-
I have a.
Yeah.
Speaking of
DeVry?
yes, DeVry and Everest and all that. Them people getting their money back. Biden,
Yeah, I seen that.
relieved their,
That's awesome because
they're
they were jipping niggas for years.
I did not realize that they were for profit.
This for profit schools, yeah. They're just
no
making
clue.
money, and then a lot of them aren't even like accredited. You're just paying
had
them money
no
to
clue.
go to college.
What do you mean for profit schools?
Like
So go ahead.
it's not a public university that would be taking government funds. They're basically just taking your tuition and putting it towards the business of being able to teach.
It's like a private, like public.
certify
So
you.
UT, we went to a public university. They're
So
all
it's not an
private.
accredited.
Well, they
university.
could be
Some of them are.
accredited.
Some of them
Yeah,
are.
like DeVry was accredited with something, and like art institutes. Them people are artists.
No,
now.
facts. They go on to do big things. I know some people who graduate from there.
Who? But Biden they said that it opened. What'd you say?
My bad.
What'd you say?
He's such an asshole.
It came out, bro.
Hey, Courtney's low key.
I'm nervous.
Oh man,
Yo,
oh Lord, it's the sweats. I can name them, but like I don't.
No.
It's two people I know. Shout out to y'all. They graduated from the Art Institute, and they're doing great right now.
Yeah. Why are you laughing at that?
Right. Why'd you follow up with a laugh?
It's him.
First of all,
crazy.
y'all missed my first one anyway. I said they
are doing fashion and music videos and shit. It's awesome. Shout out to him.
All right, so let's circle back to the off season, and then let's get into like what we're doing for the summer.
Damn.
So,
Okay.
what you
What happened?
Well, because y'all didn't. The three Darian shared his, but
Darian, he's in my full government. My name Dino. Nigga. What's happening?
I'll be quick.
I'm sorry.
Hey, shut up. These people listening, they know.
I mean, if y'all don't care, then cool. We can get into.
What's been going on with y'all? Nothing.
What if we just do like a rapid fire then?
Hey, let's do it.
How about that?
And
30 seconds on the clock. Explain the last what was it,
got
9 weeks we've been off.
Yeah.
Boom.
Like a 9 weeks.
Okay, 30
seconds on the clock.
and
Rapid
go.
fire.
Go.
You damn, that was quick. I'm wasting my
Angel,
seconds.
yeah.
I went to the Bahamas. I had a birthday.
Yeah.
Did my birthday happen before? No, we stopped right before my birthday.
Okay.
My birthday was amazing. I had a great house party. I
couldn't make it.
Wonderful
Yeah, I was
time.
there.
Thanks
That
for
was
I ate some good food. And
very
then
high fashion over there too.
where
At your party,
at my party?
always that
Really?
way.
very high fashion. Yes,
The guests, the attendees.
nigga.
Usually the
There was a nigga that walked in.
Y'all
with
are ruining his
6
30
inch-
seconds.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Like,
we'll give him that. We'll give him that 15 on the clock. We'll
Fuck
give
your
him 15 on the
time.
clock.
Turn it off. There was a nigga that
Well,
had
black
like
people want to see how long
plaid, more
Hey,
beautified,
shout to Plaid.
plaid pants on, but they were like capris, and he had like 6 inch stilts on, like
Wow.
and
I don't know. You sure that was my
Just
party?
like, yes, that was your part.
What do you mean stilts?
It was somebody I invited. They had on
I'm
6-inch
exaggerating
platform.
clearly, but
Oh, it's
okay,
Plaid.
he had some
trying to play me?
dope-ass
You
shoes.
trying to play me?
Yeah, I'm like,
No, I'm not saying that. It looked
So
like
my
a
friends,
circus, but-
Platform
they're
heels
high
and
fashion.
gave me
capris.
a
You say
great birthday.
capris.
They-
platform heels.
That didn't sound like it.
Them niggas had on designer everything.
Okay, that was better. That was a better.
Right.
Including capris
That's
and
what I'm
platform
saying.
heels.
Caprice. Anyway, so I had a birthday.
Hey.
I had. I went to. I went to. I was in a wedding.
Oh, wait, what was
Yes.
it? Oh yeah, that was for sure.
Oh, you're a groomsman?
Yes, I was a groomsman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't just attend that wedding.
I did.
I was in that one.
Shout out to
that
them.
was an amazing time and in retrospect, a really, really, really great time. I thought I had a good time, but I had a really, really good time.
Top 10 best moments of your
Dallas.
life?
Best time ever in your life.
Damn,
But I
not
definitely hope it was so for the bride and the groom. Of course, it should have been number one in their life. Okay. Aside from Brielle, and she's so pretty. I just saw a video of them today, and
Is it warm?
it was just warm my heart.
Black love.
So their wedding was cool. And Dallas wasn't terrible. We went to
Nah, it was a great time.
yeah, we went to
That was
Kiss
one of the
in
places
Dallas.
where I
That was-
stepped out. I mean, the streets, it was down there.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, I'm sorry. I love y'all Dallas folks. Shout out to Regina.
Yeah,
but Dallas was like Diet Houston, bro.
Yeah, it is
I was
dying.
like, I wanted to do the things we do here, but there it just wasn't the same thing.
You said they don't have hookah lounges and
No, they do. They just
They're just outside of town. Like it's like every time you want to go to hookah, you got to go to Cypress.
like, no, I didn't even know what that's what it was
No, I'm
called.
saying like here. Like,
it's like
that's what you would have to do. Like that would be the
To
equivalent.
Pasadena,
Yeah.
Pearland.
well, all they do is stand on couches with fucking bottles and money to their fucking ear.
At the hookah lounge.
Yes, I am throwing shade at Dallas.
I don't know if
Yes.
that's Dallas or Atlanta.
Diet Houston.
Oh yeah, Dallas. All their spots that be rolling like better. That place, or it could also be called Walk Hard. Whatever day of the week. It just be poor ergonomics. Anyway, so I was in a wedding and then
Orgonomics?
ergonomics.
Oh, you said orgonomics.
Oh, maybe I sound very Midwestern.
Origami.
Ergonomics.
I think it's the origami.
You are from the Midwest.
Yeah, or maybe I should start talking like Canadian.
Hold on, real quick. No, because Bradley just said something that just made me realize. Okay, so if you were born in Africa, but you didn't grow up in Africa,
I'm nervous.
hold on. If you were born in Africa and you came here to the States,
African American.
and right,
Yeah.
but you didn't grow up in Africa to develop an accent, and then you move here immediately after you're born, or shortly after, and then you have this accent that you grow up with.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you think the first word you ever heard came out of?
Wait, what, nigga?
Okay,
What do you
so
think as a child? What do you think the
the
first
question
words?
is like how is it possible to still have that accent?
Your parents.
Unless
Because
you're
the first
right.
things that your
I
child
see.
hears
Your
is,
question didn't make sense
is
to
the
me at
voice
first.
of people who are not from here that have developed accents from
That's
there.
facts.
So
Your
what happens-
child is going to sound like you, and that might
you
actually.
you would
I know people
probably
with, like,
have
West
to be
Indian Caribbean
inside
accents and
for
never been
most
there.
of the time. But what happens
Just
if
being around
like,
family.
But what if our auntie, uncles, and all of that are Americanized, right, and have a regular American accents or.
Your immediate household. I mean,
it's your
I know
household.
people who grew up bilingual and
But
only their grandmother
You
spoke to them in
have an
Spanish.
incredible point. You know why?
Right.
Because when I hear a black accent on a white woman, they be like, "That's where I grew up." No, you grew up in that house where they didn't talk like that.
Right.
So you learn that outside or something like that, but you know your ass don't talk
And
like that. And you had a
practice.
choice.
You practice.
With your friends.
But the reason why I said that is because we went to the No Cap comedy tour during the off season, and Michael Blackson. There was points where his accent faded away, and I was like,
Well, yeah,
and
because
then
he
I got
turns it
curious,
on
and
and
then
off.
yeah. But I thought that
He's from
he
Atlanta, ain't he?
See, I didn't know.
Well,
that.
in the
But
on the same accord, there
was a
are plenty
subplot.
of people who are not just first generation African folks who have you can develop the code switch the same way I code
Oh,
switch.
we
all
got
day.
hella friends at UT who
It's
switch
possible to
like a
learn two
rock.
accents and then both be genuinely you. Like at work, I don't sound like myself.
like being bilingual. Okay.
Well, not all the time.
Yo, that's something.
but it's still
That's
me.
a topic right there because I promise the whole code switch thing. I remember one time I was around Jen and she came with me back to the SIP. And so, listen, Mississippi, we in Jones County, my folks are from Laurel, and they talk different, right? I remember the first time we're down there and I'm talking like I would talk down there. And Jen looks at me. You know, I'm cutting off the ends of my words.
Who did I marry?
And later she's like, you know, it's like almost like a "who are you" type of situation.
Look, why are they so scared of this right now? What happened?
Nothing. I'm trying to see what.
Oh.
Nothing.
This nigga Courtney was falling asleep.
No, I wasn't. I was looking dead at him. I think he thought I was going to sleep, and he kicked me. I was like, "What are you kicking me for?"
Oh,
Were you looking like towards the wall?
I was like this, and he kicked me.
you were playing footsie. It's on camera. Whatever happened.
You can pull the. I'm wide awake.
Yeah, look at you're gonna say you can pull the tapes right now because we're not gonna go pull those.
So I'm sorry.
It's
to,
clearly rolling right there.
So,
I forgot completely what I was
well, do
talking
you want to
about.
go ahead and put a cap on?
Oh
your,
yeah, that was it. I went
that was
to
it?
Jamaica. It was amazing.
switching.
Anything happen? Any notables for the job? Promotion, content management.
Our fiscal year runs to the end of July. I'll have some praise reports as we move along.
I wanted to give you kudos for your cosmetology skills. You
better move on to another topic because I will. You'll want to delete some.
Oh,
shit
you
after
want that
you're done.
now?
What is that?
Oh no!
You'll want to delete some shit for real off this. You'll have a lot of space on this memory card, JT.
No, I wasn't talking about what I think.
Okay, thank you.
I'm saying that you have skills at did you ever think about like going to a barber school?
You'll keep going.
Yeah, I did think about going to barber
College.
school after I
I'm not
graduated
going
from
to
a school that racked up like $50,000 worth of debt, and I couldn't find a job for 8 months. I was like, "Oh, girl, then you barber school would have been cool." Well, then I can at least officially make money from it instead
Okay, got you.
of being a
Instead of
kitchen
cutting somebody's hair and plugging it.
Yeah. Oh, because that happened.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
what plug? Huh? You want to talk about
Plugs.
plugs?
So my plug. Shout out my plug. He know who he is.
Courtney, off season.
Listen.
Yeah, what happened in off season, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't even know.
Juicy. Shout out Juicy.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has happened in my life. I
Real
just
estate, family.
did you be hurrying everybody up, and then you want to get to what happened in your life? Right? No, you just screw me. You're just like,
No, that is an important.
come on, family, work, family.
I was trying to help you out.
No. His interest is only in like, okay, get it. All right,
I do not.
go ahead. Just go
I
ahead.
am not this
No, it's okay.
person that y'all. Go ahead, Courtney.
You also you need to do
I
one of
was trying to
these
help you.
Finish him
What is that?
with your glasses are like down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He got the grandpa glasses going on.
I don't even. Yeah, bro. Just go ahead. Seriously.
No,
seriously, go.
The people have been
No,
wanting.
people haven't asked, bro. But people who
Courtney
they want to know.
does this shit where
Now,
he
shout out to
just-
Courtney, though. I
it's
will
not
say
that
one
big of
thing
a
I know he
deal.
did.
Hey, stop!
I'm
Don't
joking.
talk about me. Stop! Like
No, it's not that.
Not that
You're
big of a
creating
deal.
that. I don't. It's not that.
just like how you're creating that. I want to get some meats and talk about.
You really do.
No, that's,
I don't.
yeah, that's a fact.
Okay, so how about this? I'm going to say. Listen, I'm going to say mine, and then we're going to skip yours.
I want, huh?
We're going to say mine.
No, bro.
No, I mean, come on. What are we doing?
I want you to have your moment.
No, I don't want the moment though anymore. I want you to have it.
But this is why you're on the fucking podcast. They want, like, they care about you. They appreciate you.
So
I'm not trying to make you talk about, like, okay, all right, cool. You don't want to talk about anything?
I'm joking. First of all, you are.
What happened?
This is triggering for you because
it's very triggering.
No, okay. Let me go.
Let's go ahead and go.
No, I'm just go. I guess I feel like as close as we've been in the off season, I feel like that I missed out on some stuff too. So I just wanted you to get your shit off, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. Off season was cool. Shit. While y'all were partying, I took time away from partying.
Yeah.
And had family stuff going on. We kind of discussed earlier, which is one thing.
Yeah.
But I had a planned trip to St. Martin. Didn't go for my birthday.
Yeah.
Pops passed like 4 days before that, I think.
Yeah.
I did go to Miami. To Miami.
How was that? Expensive?
Cruising biz.
It was cool. It was really cool. It was different.
Playing accordingly.
It was very different, actually.
Did you go to Wynwood?
Matter of fact, yes.
Did you run into somebody who knew you from the podcast and then you didn't find it weird?
No, but I ran into my LB.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Lakeem was out there like randomly.
Okay,
That's random.
And didn't tell nobody.
Nah, I mean, and my homeboy I used to kick it with in Boston was there.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was
Look
cool.
at God.
What? Like, how did you know he was there? Like, he saw your Instagram and he was like, "Oh, bro, I'm out here."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the power of post shit, because I didn't
That's
post
the good
shit.
thing
You
about
would
social
never know
media.
I was in Miami.
Bro,
unless
I was
told
in
you.
DC. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'll get to that. But
Yeah. And another thing is the place I stayed at, Airbnb was like a penthouse, so it was cool, but it was a former prostitution tower. So the crazy thing is, in order to get in, you have to register your hand. So like,
what?
every time you get into the building, and there's like the little turn clear gates.
Yeah.
So to get into the thing, to go in the elevator, you have to swipe your hand.
You're saying that prostitutes used to have to scan their
No. I'm saying this is because the place used to be a prostitution spot.
I know. I didn't know.
So to fix it, they
Stop people from coming in there anonymously.
Hilton bought it,
Them anonymous.
and then Hilton bought it, so it's a hotel.
Right.
But to stop the whole thing, you can't basically like pull up with like 5 people and try to go upstairs because you can swipe and then that shit will close right after you. The next person go to
You can't have a guest like a
you can't. If you have a guest, you can, but you have to register the guest.
And I know
If they
hotels
register a
that-
prostitute, how would they know the difference?
Because it's a thing like there's limitations like you can only have like it's a hotel, so you can only have like 1 or 2 guests, and that person you have to get your ID. They look you up. Like it's like a whole different station.
If I'm a hoe and I'm about to make $1,200,
No, I'm sure there's ways around it.
I'm concerned about like me being a member. I have to be a member of the prostitution house.
You shouldn't.
No. It's owned by the Hilton now. Yeah.
But y'all missing my point.
Yeah.
You're saying that the Hilton decided to keep this mechanism that used to be part of the prostitution.
They started it because they bought it from whoever owned it before. It was like some random tower before, a residential tower before.
Oh, I thought you said it was a prostitution tower.
It was. I say it wasn't specifically for prostitution. It was like there was. That's where it was.
ring.
Yeah, it's illegal, bro. You can't like.
That's why.
It was, but it was a luxury tower. It was nice, but it was filled with just. I'm sure like hoes coming in and out. Hilton came and bought it, put the system in a day.
Got the hose out of there.
And now the hoes have to come in one at a time.
Now they got to figure it out. Yeah.
That's the only difference. Because I doubt, because a hoe gonna be a hoe. We know that from songs.
Yeah.
From life. Yeah, we gonna figure that out. Look, it ain't nothing wrong with hoeing.
No, and our hoes ain't women.
Yeah.
Because that's the partners who was hoes and
When I was talking about wanting $1,200,
That's my
I
whole
put
partners
myself in
every-
that situation. I wasn't when I imagined myself. I didn't imagine a female hoe. I imagined myself as a male hoe going into that hotel.
It's a lot of it's probably more male hoes and
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, you were a hoe in college. I remember that time.
That's interesting.
I was not in
That's
college.
That was
that's
a hasty generalization. Wow.
I wasn't that. I wasn't at all. I had partners who was hoes. Shout out to my hoe partners, but no, I wasn't really a hoe. I could have been a hoe. I would have been a hoe
They
if
know
I
who they
hadn't.
are, too.
Of
Why
course,
you call
of
them out,
course. I didn't say no names. I ain't say no nothings. But shout out to my hoe partners. No, I wasn't really a hoe at all. That's a mischaracterization. In fact, I I'm not gonna say that, but I was very upstanding young gentleman.
Courtney, did you have more that you wanted to say?
Oh, I wanted to ask you that last time. That's a perfect question.
What?
Okay, so I think so he called me hoe. I wasn't a hoe. When I got to college,
explain.
I did have a year where before I got with my lady, right?
Bro, college, you don't even gotta explain.
No, of course. But
gonna
he
do
didn't see all that.
exactly
But some things, I had a good time. So during y'all's, I would say maybe from like late high school to end of your college career, during that time frame, what would you say?
Constituted
Body count? What?
Oh.
No,
What are you
I'm
about
not
to
going to
ask?
even do that to you.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank God.
your exes. Let's take your worst ex. What would you say? She would say your most toxic trait is. 'Cause we talk about, like, what's the worst thing about you? You could think a person could say, and you could have you've likely grown past this. You're better than this now, but back then, that version of you, she would say, "Oh, that nigga blank," or they would say, "That guy blank." That Courtney is a.
Somebody told me, I have multiple people tell me this in the past. I think
That usually means it's true, by the way.
maybe it probably still is, except for like Kendra knows this now.
Damn.
But somebody told me she was like, you I can't figure you out. Like even after knowing me after like months, like you can't. You know how you can figure a girl out, or you can figure like you can like you know what you can do.
I know what you can do.
People
Right.
always say, "Dawg, I can't figure you out." I'm like, I'm not trying to purposely like not like.
You trying to be
what do you want to like? I can help you, but
No,
like
that's scary because that means that you're not completely letting me in, which means you don't fully trust me, which means that you probably
sound
do
like his
something that you're not
ex-girlfriend.
supposed to.
well, that came from like, but that's like college. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not gonna figure me out because I'm in college.
I'm not trying to be figured
I'm
out.
not trying to be with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Damn, bro.
That was
like we're not. It's the wrong kind.
that would have been like a.
I mean, just trying to be with you. That's like you. That's like somebody saying like
really bad.
you're not giving me everything. Yes, I'm not giving you everything.
anything.
I'm there with you.
We're sitting in the dorm room. Like, what you want me to?
This relationship over. I'm going to go ahead and call my bitch over.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it just yeah.
Okay. Tinsel. All right. What
To be honest, I have a great relationship.
I'm amazing.
with a lot
Of course.
No. But I have
All of my exes.
Wait, hold on. The one that would say something.
Don't say who she is.
We
Just
didn't.
what she
I know. But the one, and y'all know.
I know
exactly who I'm talking about. But that one person, we didn't have closure, so I don't know. You would have to go and ask her.
No, but what might she say? That's what I'm asking. I'm asking you to guess what she would say. Of course, I said your worst. Of course, none of us are gonna go talk to their exes and ask these motherfuckers.
I don't know.
I hope I never see this woman again.
Because
I'm not asking this bitch anything.
Well, because if I said something, and that just pertains to her relationship. Everybody else that I have a
Okay,
relationship
this is
with.
hypothetical. Like, let's just
A
like.
control freak, a manipulator. I don't know the fuck.
Okay, so you're a control freak,
Right.
Yeah.
But y'all say that about me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna be who you are. Yeah.
Y'all imagine like my friends. Y'all don't say that because y'all are.
I would
like,
imagine
in a
even
circle.
like friendships that you don't have anymore would have the same complaints that
About
relationships.
yeah,
that,
intimate
that
relationships.
are not there.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Well, other intimate relationships,
And I know-
romantic relationships. I don't know.
I can officially admit it now. Like that. Like yeah,
Control
I like to
freak.
be in control.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah,
All right, Bradley.
Bradley's.
I've been single all my life. No,
When's the last time you've been in a relationship?
very long time.
Fuck.
2018.
Oh, 2018.
Yeah. I circled the block. That's the one and only time I've ever done that. Even on. Yeah, that's the one and only time I've ever circled the block in my life, and I will. Then that's why I'll never.
I would never do it again. Okay.
Circle the block. Can you enlighten the listeners?
You don't know what
who
circling
might
is?
Circle the
not-
block. Come back around.
Like boom, boom.
Oh,
Make a U-turn.
Bust a bitch.
come
You
back
break
to a
up and
person?
then
Yeah.
Come back,
Oh.
revisit the same situation.
I circled. the
Yeah.
block
Oh, okay.
several
Right,
times.
Bust a block.
All right, thank you.
I don't bust blocks. Fuck that.
I would say
Nothing good on the streets.
that the most common complaint would be one of two things, which is that you wouldn't even believe they'd be the same person. Well, I guess it makes sense because never mind.
Okay.
The first,
What the fuck is
the
it?
first would be that I'm underconfident.
Really?
Yeah, I'm uncomplimentable by
That's not a
a
word.
romantic partner.
That's a good word.
And as a matter
I've
of
never
fact-
heard that word before.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's a word, but I'm just underconfident. Like I've never heard anybody say that
It's
about themselves.
hyphenated.
No. I'm just saying, like, I've never,
and especially
nobody
this guy.
expressed it. Yeah, because I would think opposite, but
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, because I just don't really believe people. Like, especially if it's somebody new, right? So you don't know me from a drawing wall of paint.
Why would you think?
Yeah,
Blah
like,
blah 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 blah.
you
Yeah.
don't even know me, and it takes me a long time to like accept compliments from somebody that I'm
toxic
into
trait.
with.
Yeah.
And that's an issue. That's not my love language. Like if somebody come off the bat, like you so fine, etc. I'm like please.
So okay, interesting. But that's the whole tangent.
The other one is the opposite because once I do get comfortable with you, apparently I have a way of chopping people down like for little things very quickly.
All right.
Like I know how to like dead a conversation before you even have an opportunity to argue with me.
You have a sharp sword.
Yeah, I make people feel dumb very easily.
I used to be really good at that.
I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
but I got
Yeah. But the thing is, if you are willing to put up with it, you realize I don't really mean nothing. I'm just like trying to sort it out in my head.
Do
while
you need to do that? Do you need to do that?
You know what? I think I just thought of another one.
Oh,
another
yeah.
trait. I'm not trying to make this
Of you?
but yeah, but it was impatient.
okay.
That's for sure. I think that would be the thing.
Impatient.
Yeah, because you said something that just instantly like brought it all back
Resonated
to
with his
yeah.
soul.
Oh yeah, like let's keep the shit moving. Hey, we ain't got fucking time.
Well, yeah, we know that.
You're gonna be an amazing dad. I mean, you are an amazing dad already. Sorry, but that's like a dadly quality. Like you want a dad
being
that's
impatient?
like no,
Or being
like,
patient?
Well, the way that he described his impatience, I can see that there's like a glimmer of hope in that. Is that he's productive?
If you're gonna if you have a problem,
It's- in fact, it's in the interest of
you're
productivity.
dealing- like if something happened at work, right, and your significant other is trying to express that to you, then of course you can sit there and just let them process and vent through that, get through that, right? But when it comes time to like getting somewhere to a place or trying to be productive in a relationship or trying to meet a goal that we discussed prior,
Yeah.
and you are just
So long as you two are both focused on the same goal, I think you'll always be in good space. Then in that case, what's like cool about that too is that here's the way I think about relationships. I'm like, there's something that we both need from each other, but it's not because we're incomplete people. It's because we haven't got to who will end up being developed to. And like the people that we work best with are people that help us develop into the better person that we were already planning on being.
You think that's what the purpose of like a significant other is?
Yeah, that's one of my main
Ultimately.
purposes. Yeah, and so all of your poor qualities, typically your partner counters that, or they challenge that, and the only way that you can develop into a better person who isn't unnecessarily impatient or isn't unnecessarily snappy like I am, or you have to always flex that muscle to unlearn those poor qualities. Yeah. So I think there's nothing wrong with having something like that.
That was a good breakdown, bro.
I would agree.
That was really beautiful.
I would agree.
Makes sense.
You know,
I've been single for a long time, so take that with a grain of salt.
No, I think it's funny because that's one of them. I used to have a really sharp tongue, yo. I remember making somebody cry on accident. Like, damn, what did I do? I wasn't trying to do that. That wasn't. It's like popping a water balloon and you didn't even know it had paint inside that bitch. You're like, oh shit.
well, what did you say to her to make her cry? You had mud on your face?
No,
it
was
turned out to be moles
like,
on her face.
where I'm from. No, that's not even right. No, my shit was way worse than that, nigga. That shit light. That ain't that. No, like I used to hurt people's like core. But here's the problem. Like I came up like I think they call it. I never heard this before, but like when we went to UT in AFR class, they called it playing the dozens. We didn't call it that.
What?
Playing the dozens, like making fun of each other.
like we capping, yeah.
We called it capping, capping on each other, like.
Yeah.
Like just talking shit. That was a way of life that was normal.
Yeah.
My
It's
mom,
like a way of passage.
my grandparents talk shit to me. You understand?
Right.
That's how you grow up.
So when I grew up and I got with like
That is-
my lady and the people I was around in school, they didn't always come up doing it the way I did it, and I was really good at that shit.
Pleasure process of Houston. Growing up in
Again,
Houston.
I am really good at that shit. That's why, like, you know what I mean? I be making people. I really be making people make it, bro. Because I can look at you and I can. It is bad. It's bad. You should. It's a superpower that's really bad. It's a bad one.
I think I haven't unlearned it yet. I think that's what my poor quality was. I need to start using it for good. But
In the
I think
same way, you can see bad in somebody so quick. Like
I'm so sarcastic that they won't
motherfucker
believe that I'm really being nicer than what I am.
Right.
Intentionally being nicer than what I am.
But y'all too. I mean, to that point though, you're other person was probably like opposite of you technically.
Yeah, they
so
weren't fucking with
you
you.
having that sharp like tongue.
Yeah.
Like it'll hit, like
It hurt.
Right.
And then maybe it slowed me down. Like, ooh, dang, the way they described, and I was like, okay, I get it. Like, when you're not from this or of this, me coming and I could be saying something regular, like these tight ass pants, what the fuck? And they like, I love these pants. Like, it's just, you really don't even realize the power of your.
Do you
tongue.
have any tips on being able to wield your tongue for
It takes
good?
years and years of practice. But I will say this: it takes mindfulness. The number one thing I would say is, give yourself a second. Because we're so quick with it and we're quick to speak and we're sharp, we can say shit right now. Improvisation skills on another level, but that's the problem. Be comfortable with the silence and give yourself a bit of time. Somebody ask me some shit or somebody say some shit like boom, 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 boom. I'm like,
Give it time.
I mean, would have said some shit and chopped your ass down, and it would have been horrible for me. I would have regretted doing what I said. I would have been like,
I learned that recently.
Why'd I do that?
Like that. That's why I'm not talking to.
That took me years.
I feel like I'm good at that at work.
I learned that on my own.
I turn it off when I get in my personal life, and I need to stop doing
You
that.
know something crazy though? I think let me say this. I think people who are like that are truly sensitive.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm extremely.
I'm not.
No. But when I say sensitive, let me explain though. Because I was thinking about it before I said it. Dino, I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I can see like you saying that you agreeing to it. Cool. Y'all too. I think y'all have a different level of it because like you can take a joke and you can take a joke.
Yeah.
But I think if I said something specific to either one of y'all and you took it on the chin and here. In my opinion, I think some stuff you would take home. Like, did they really just say like I'm like it would like especially
What are you
JT,
talking about,
Especially JT.
yeah, if like somebody
Like
said
if
something.
somebody said something to me or Dino, and we would.
I'm saying in the moment.
Well,
I'm saying
JT
JT
has a swift of a tongue.
No, it's not that he has a swift tongue, but he's very honest, brutally honest.
okay.
So in the moment, it'll like JT will say something back, and it's like, okay, he he held his own. But I think later on, he'll like it'll hurt him. And yeah,
If somebody said something about me,
if somebody says something triggering like that, and it hits you, I'm not.
have you ever seen it happen to me before?
I've seen you hold on to things.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Not about what they say about me though. About
No, I'm not saying about. Maybe if it's not just it could be something that you care about.
oh yes,
You hold on to it
I'm
and-
very
No, but Tizzle does have a strong sense of, and I actually disagree as far as like me with that. I don't
You
hold
don't
on
think
to
so?
shit.
I couldn't figure you out. That's why I just said it. I don't know.
I don't hold on to shit at
Okay,
all. In
cool,
fact,
cool.
My theory was like,
I'm just
it kind of
stabbing to see
ask about like water off the back. Let that shit flow. But there are times when you can't let the water flow, and that shit might burn you a little bit, and I gotta burn you.
Yeah.
And that's when But anyway, no, I will say like I've seen him hold on to shit too, and there's some similarities with him and Jen and it's not even like they're packing it up and taking it home. They don't even realize the shit is on them. It's like a stupid ass June bug. They got home and was like, oh shit.
Interesting.
And Jen will be like, she'll say some shit, and then her pops is like that too, and it'll be like, do you think blah blah blah, or like, was I blah blah blah, or whatever? And it's like, you really thinking like, that's where you, like what? How'd you bring that home, or whatever it is?
Interesting.
And I've seen Tizzle bring something home too, and it'd be like a reflective thing, or like thinking about it, or like, was I too much, like, or something?
Or like ask advice from another person.
exactly.
Like, why would?
Why would they think that about me?
Let
Or
me
something.
provide a response to that. Most of the time, it's for one or two reasons. Either I don't want you to misconstrue what I am saying, and two, it ties into the second point. I'm being considerate of your feelings and your perception.
No. I think you got it
of me
mixed
as
up.
well.
We're talking about if someone says something to you,
Right.
like, and you're receiving that.
Right,
I'm saying,
I know. Yeah. And I go home and I take it and I internalize it for like 2 weeks, and then I come back and bring it back up.
No, we weren't talking about the bring back up part. I'm talking about just in general the fact that you hold on to it for 2 weeks is like
That's the thing, because I don't do that shit.
There's no way I do. Yeah.
Well, I finish it on the floor, like there. I'm gonna stay at your apartment until it's done, and then I'm leaving.
But I'm very sensitive though, so that's kind of interesting.
If I hold on to it, that means that I didn't get an opportunity to say it right then and there, or because I wasn't in the space and the mental I didn't have the mental fortitude or capacity to really process and communicate that effectively at that moment.
Okay.
And so I need to go and internalize it, and
spend some
then
time with yourself.
because honestly, I'm big on personal development. I'm super.
Can I
big on
introduce
that.
something to you?
You sure can.
Do you think that is post military?
No.
because in a world where you cannot say anything back to somebody,
You better not.
because it's risking your entire wealth.
100%.
You know, it trains you not to be able to. It trains you to internalize something that you wish you could have said, and then in a space where you can say something back, the reaction's not as quick because you've been trained to not react at all. You think that could have something?
It could be that, but I spoke my mind a lot in the military, and it did get me in trouble.
Yeah, you got in trouble for that, right?
Facts,
Right. Yeah, but at the same time, it also got me awarded like in the long
helped
run.
build some of his relationships.
Right, and my credibility too. Like my last 2 years in the military, boy, I was that guy, like getting put up for big time awards and all that shit. I'm not gonna go too into depth with that, but all I'm saying is that my last 2 years in the military were prolific, and I was getting recognized and acknowledged on on an enterprise level.
Yeah,
because I stayed true to myself, and I was also busting the stereotype of you just shut up and take orders. Like, you're not allowed to speak. You're not allowed to speak your mind or to
I'm not built for that.
or to retaliate.
I would be the worst person to ever
in history.
grace.
Yeah.
And it's so.
And that's one of the reasons why I had to get out.
When my mom talks about her military experience and stuff, and I'm like, I don't even know how you could do it, because I'm exactly like my mother, and she recants her experiences like they was sick of my ass, and I'm like, that's why I know I could not.
Well, I had military leaders like colonels and commanders and telling me like, hey, you're gonna come to a crossroad, JT, and they were absolutely right. Like, I give them that full credit. Like, they told me in year 4 through 6, you're gonna come at this crossroad period, and you're gonna have to make a decision. Either you continue on this trajectory of the military, but it's going to change you as a person, or you can stay the same person and you're going to get out of the military. There's no way that both can be.
Not them gaslighting you out to stay in the.
But
You gotta get out.
But to Courtney's point about like taking like somebody saying something to me, I go and process and I held on to that shit for 4 years. And then I was like, damn,
They were right.
That guy was right, even though he was, I felt like the worst commander or leader or mentor ever to me, but he taught me something. It'd be the people that are your biggest haters or your biggest, like, what you may perceive as your biggest demise or your biggest like people that are looking towards your demise, that'd be your biggest teachers. And that stuck with me about coming to that fork in the road. I was like, I'm not willing to compromise who I am, so I have to separate myself from the military. But to answer your point, yes, now thinking about it, actually, it could
in the first like a year can untrain that type of
but
thing.
But at the same time, I say no, because there were times where majority of times where I did retaliate or I did speak my mind up when I wasn't supposed to.
We'll edit that out. He didn't retaliate against nobody.
Or not retaliate, but just rebuttal. Sorry, wrong reword.
I did go back and
but no, like,
they coffee.
Yeah, there's validity to what Courtney is saying. Like, I definitely internalize and process, because I do care about how I'm being perceived. Like,
I think that's it. Yeah, for sure.
I'm not one of those people that are just like, I don't give a fuck what people think about me and stuff, whatever. I think everybody's capped when they say that.
Absolutely.
Because
there's some inkling of.
I disagree.
Nigga, you see it in Instagram.
I think people care on different levels, and there's a spectrum, right? And there is a level of some IDJF that's so strong you can't even see it to the naked eye. You'd have to know this person.
There's some sort of wild card in their personality that allows that to happen. But I'm like the average Joe.
Are you referring to yourself when you say that?
Cares about?
Well, no, I do have a strong IDGAF, and it has gotten stronger over the years. The catalyst by which it started growing, I would think, is probably around 2020 when I was in the house because of COVID. I just really. I stopped.
I don't give a fuck in the moment, but is it like
Courtney about Dino?
I think what
perception
it
is broader than just.
It is, and that's a very broad statement.
Whatever the fuck.
So I think like when you say that means I don't give a bleep. And so what I mean by that when I say my IDGAF is strong,
The fact that you cared enough to censor yourself.
Well, because I'm trying to
cares about perception,
right? Exactly.
No, that's what this pod. I say fuck a million times. I don't care.
No, but
I already said it. I don't give a fuck is what it means. I was trying to. We'll bleep it out in post, I guess. But we're trying to get the clips popping. Anyway, my IDGAF. When I say it's got stronger, it simply means that I guess it's for me. It's kind of like a celebration and an embrace, an embrace of who I am. So much so that I don't give a fuck what you niggas think about me doing me. And I started doing shit like growing locks and wearing dashikis on my Zoom calls and not caring that people were looking in.
But earlier you said that you would stay in the room if somebody had a problem with you until you helped resolve.
That's because I care about. That's the person I care about. So that's the different thing.
So
when I say I don't give a fuck, that doesn't mean I don't care about people. I don't know how you're
I'm not saying that.
conflating the
I'm
two
not
things.
saying that.
So when I say my IDGAF is strong again, to recap, it really means that like certain things, like I'm gonna wear what I want to wear, what I feel is fly, even if you think it's corny.
That's you.
Like you like the lapel pin. There's some niggas watching right now. That nigga got a flower on his neck. Like I don't give a fuck, right? But I do obviously give a fuck about my family and my kids and my friendships and my professional
so your IDGAF
perception. And in some ways,
it's dependent on what the topic is and the audience at hand. Cool, got it. Yeah.
True. Like it's some people I don't give a fuck what you think about me because I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? But like overall, I care. But my IDGAF has gotten a lot stronger in places where it wasn't where I did care more.
Yeah. Right.
Like I did care a lot. I used to dress a certain way at work because I had to, and now I don't.
Courtney, do you have anything else for the off season that you
I
want to address?
Didn't even know we were still on.
I just wanted to make sure that we went across or whatever because I want to make sure that like our listeners, this is like
I'm out of drink.
Valid feedback, and here is the bottle for you.
Yeah, I think we can I think we can move on from that topic. We don't have to go through your.
That's right. That comes right before I was going to ask. Well, JT, how did your off season?
I mean, I don't have to say anything because
great.
I put it all out on social media. But yeah, I successfully had Keiko.
No, my daughter was born.
I was gonna recap everything by.
We're joking with you, bro. Take your time. No, seriously, take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to mix this with. I'm not finna do this myself. Yeah, I'm finna.
No, I'm gonna go.
Sit your ass.
So in 1990.
No, did you get everything out though?
Yeah, bro.
Man, y'all are funny, dog.
You sure?
Bro, why is he doing this?
I don't know. What are we on right now?
Keiko is born. She's successful. She's
Keiko looks like
2.5 months.
Yeah, every day she's
will be 3 months. 2 days before Juneteenth. Things with me and Sam are great. Sam's recovery has been awesome. Gonna start we've already started the whole workout regimen.
Okay, postpartum. Start something else. So, don't put that on first.
I go back to work in about a month.
Oh, how you feel about that, big boy? This nigga been off for like the past 7 months, so it don't even matter.
Yeah. The stay-at-home dad stuff has been dope.
Yeah,
I've been
once you have I figure once you got a routine, he's good money because he has some. Because he's like, oh, it's tummy time in a couple minutes. Then it's going to be time for the bottle. Then it's going to be.
It's not necessarily like I don't orchestrate like a particular schedule or whatever for every activity because I'm not that type of person. Because I don't want people to think that I'm this super calculated computer. Yeah. But I know, like, I will plan the necessity things, like when she needs to feed, when she needs to
That's a routine.
Sleep, stuff, whatever.
And that's a lot for some people who have.
It's been very therapeutic and challenging for me. The most challenging part about being a parent, from my perspective, is having patience.
Back to the patience, yeah. Hell yeah.
Man, oh my gosh. But I have loved this off-season stay-at-home dad life because I learned so much about Keiko. And like when you spend just 2 weeks with your child, you just learn so much about them.
Right. That's a little you too.
I'm still fathoming that, man. I still can't fathom the fact that I help
sperm right there.
Like Keiko. Okay, Keiko is literally like a fused ball of me and Sam's DNA. And the best thing, well, she looks like Sam.
80-20
mainly,
but
she looks
the best thing right now, man, is when I first wake her up and she opens her eyes and she sees me smiling at her. She's like. And she starts smiling at me, dude.
Just like that.
It looks just like that, too.
It's like, oh my gosh, it's you. And I'm like, yes, it's me. And but now we're at this development stage where every day is something new. Every freaking day is something new.
Y'all are taking pictures and recording and all that?
Oh yes, every day it's a new recording, some pictures, and it's because like people are very aggressive and a little bit on borderline rude with asking for content about Keiko. They're like, I didn't get my picture today.
That's
What-
some new
what the
age
hell,
millennial
JT?
shit. I ain't never heard. I
Yeah.
never dealt with that.
I can imagine
They're
like
holding me accountable.
a early auntie asking in your story, like, "Oh, we want to see more Keiko," but like an early auntie, not like your actual auntie, like somebody being annoying about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some new shit.
I'm thinking of somebody in particular.
Because coming up in the like they have Polaroids. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But
that's some
I
new age
have
stuff.
to give. I just
Put them holes on the wall.
Gotta say thank you to everybody who has been so super supportive. Like, and I mean supportive to the point where I haven't even spent the freaking dime on Keiko.
Yes,
that's wonderful.
That's a
Because
blessing.
people have
the
like
village.
That's the way to do
village
it.
come through.
It's like you got a scholarship for a baby.
Right.
I thank God, and thinking
baby
about all those
shower.
times I went back and thought about what people said about me and stuff, whatever, really paid off because I've cultivated those relationships, and for y'all to fuck
what
with
he's
us like
going
that, I really appreciate it. But yeah, other than that, glad that we have got this podcast back. We took a 3-month hiatus off, ladies and gentlemen, because we had to get life.
That sounds
in
a lot
order,
longer
right?
than it really felt like it was.
Right. Oh man. And why does the shit always happen when we're off season? The Will Smith slap, the freaking Russia invading Ukraine. That happened at the
That
end.
shit's
of
still
season 4.
happening. Like all these stories are still developing. Jada just came out and spoke on it.
Oh, Jada, what?
All these stories are still developing. Like they're still at war in Ukraine and Russia.
No, I'm talking about Jada.
Yeah, her ball. I mean,
Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that video that she came out with?
damn, that was terrible.
Where she just did a alopecia expose like documentary basically on
Because she saw. I feel like this is what it looked like to me.
she okay.
Well,
I want to hear the way
this is how I processed
That
the
clip
video.
was from a documentary.
First and foremost,
No, it's Red Table.
I thought it was Red Table Talk.
I know it was.
Yeah, it was.
To me, it came off like a
public announcement.
yeah, like a PSA.
it definitely was a
people
PSA
know
and
what
shit, for sure.
Like, okay, maybe people don't, but like also like, is that the best? Is that how you can be most impactful?
I didn't see that part. All I saw was the part about these two beautiful black men need to
It was
just
like
heal.
watching a late season of like Sally Jesse Raphael.
Oh, wow.
That's what it
Okay,
gave.
you just showed your age.
Because
Shout
it
out
wasn't
to
it wasn't
everybody who
the
knows
true
that show's
essence
popular.
of the Red Table Talk where there were people like
Ricky
at
Lake.
the table. It was her at the table
By
looking
herself,
at
doing
it.
a press release.
With
Yeah, that's too
lights,
much.
cameras open, and whatever,
like-
and
it was
her
like
reading a prompter.
A gleam of shimmer in that right part of her
Big
dome.
PR move.
Right.
When she
Big
knows
PR move.
when she knows what we want to hear about is how's your marriage, huh? After
Oh,
that.
she spoke on that. And me and Will are going to continue to do what we've been doing for the past 28
Again,
years, and we're going to
right.
figure this thing out.
Again, we want to hear actionable. Well, not actionable. I want to hear what's. We'll never get it.
You saw it.
You know?
That's what the
So
stuff was.
from my perspective, when I saw this video, I was just like, "Girl, you got." I mean, if it wasn't more
She's so
apparent
gorgeous.
or she fine. Oh, absolutely,
Absolutely.
But boy, man,
Beautiful
is she a
alien.
toxic motherfucker?
Really?
Man. Hell yeah!
I was just critiquing the media, but
Hey,
I think
she is the female future.
really.
Yes.
No.
Future had like 20 children, but
because when I saw
10
this
different
video,
women.
I think she's actually
Or 7
smarter
children?
and better than Future.
Valentine's Day, that
That's a
work
smart
day.
woman too.
Because she put that out and she was like, I'm not taking blame for any of this. I'm not going to be held accountable. He went up there and did that shit. And I hope that they're justifiable men to go.
that's
It definitely was a distancing of herself from the situation.
But
Definitely. I hope they go figure that shit out.
I hope they go and figure it out.
I hope these brothers get it together. 'Cause, whew.
Right.
But me and my man, we gonna figure it out.
But okay, so if we want to even
Well, what should she
entertain the
say?
fact,
Like, I don't
huh?
know.
She should have said nothing. She should have never.
if
If
you're gonna do it- I
if
kind of
you
agree.
really are like, if you really are going to go back and work on it and figure things
Why are
out,
you doing
why
this?
even come out and say it to us? You don't need a fucking
Facebook TV
Dog,
made her put that out to
it's
keep Red
because
Table going.
because finally the situation was on the decline.
They've been taking Will's movies.
And Jada was like, "Oh no, baby, we got to still stay in the media. Let me go. Okay, all right, this is the perfect time to throw out a video to integrate.
Here's White Sarah.
I hope they're healing.
Reintegrate our presence and our
head shined
footprint
by-
in the media. Y'all need to keep talking about us. Y'all need
Did she
to
really
continue.
come out
was
and
she-
do
It's a
that?
rollout. It's a
Was she
rollout.
bald
I
at
just
the
wanna
at the
Absolutely.
Oscars?
She looked the same way.
No, at the Oscars.
Yeah.
She's been bald here for a while.
She's been bald before a long time.
I know she had some on her
when
head,
When it was
like
about the whole alopecia
it was
thing and
shiny,
stuff,
like-
dog.
Yeah.
Like we're just like, where the fuck did that come from? We've
been
had
there.
no idea. No, I know clearly,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
Hey,
but
Chris Rock. The joke was
it was a
never
corny
mind.
joke.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Have you
We're
not
not
seen
about
G.I. Jane? Like to know she's
Yeah,
bald-headed?
yeah, I
It
get
was
it.
some
But
people who were
G.I.
talking
Jane
about. I
was
didn't
a
even know
tough
that.
bitch. So why, or a tough woman, all right? So why?
Actually, that would be a good.
That
bitch.
actually,
That's a
yeah,
good bitch.
that's acceptable technically.
That's not like the one from earlier.
Yeah.
We tagged on to the end of what you said.
I think that would prove it that
By
way.
the way, I just want to say that the word bitch is never mind.
Just go with it. What?
Dig myself
I'm curious.
into
What? No, because even y'all have used it amongst each
It is
other.
a tricky. It is a tricky
word.
monster.
It's a tricky word.
What?
You just gotta.
word bitch.
You basically got to deal with people.
Like JT
that,
texted
that
earlier, was
feel-
like, "Hey, it's pod day, bitch ass." But
Yeah.
like, you can't. It's a tricky word. It's a tricky thing.
It depends on
I'm
who
curious
is
what
on
you're
the
gonna say.
scene.
though.
I just want to.
What was he gonna
Also,
say?
earlier that
What
was
was he gonna say?
satire. Is what that's called. We added
Yes.
bitch to the end of your. When he's like, I don't want to be with you. It was like, yeah, bitch. That's satire.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But it depends on who's on the receiving end of bitch.
Yes.
Well, in that context,
and the
it's
giving end of
satire
bitch, too.
regardless.
Right,
Yeah.
huh?
And the giving end of bitch.
Because I know a lot of women that hang out with me and I'm like, what's up, bitch ass?
I don't say that to any
I've
woman.
never. That
I've
would be the
never-
wrong way to use.
But I'm the type of person that
If you're listening, don't try that at home.
I don't try
I
that.
promise. That's
I
good
am
Lord.
very, hey.
I can't.
But you gotta know your
respond.
audience. You have to know your audience. There's women that I also would never ever even bring that word up
Most
to
women.
around, even if I'm
If it
not
was a whole
directing
group of women.
to people.
Yo,
And I,
you are getting.
I walked
if I
into
knew
a
them,
group-
let me.
Hey, okay, so I'll put it like this. I walked into a group of women and I was just like, man, y'all some bad bitches. I see y'all. Let me throw some money at y'all's way and stuff. Put some different. It was the
Put a little more like swag on it.
that was the swag. And they was like, yeah.
That was with the
They
swag.
embraced it. They embraced it. But I'm not gonna go to my fucking
They was
coworkers
18?
and be like, what's up, bitches? What y'all doing?
It was their first time being called. Right.
Yeah.
For me, the problematic part of that is I'm gonna throw some money at you, bitches. Like that's the problem
Right.
for me. Like you're like, oh y'all some bad bitches. They might be like, hey, but they're like, I'm gonna throw some money at you, hoes. That's where to me I think it goes
It
awry.
really just has to be.
Like damn, nigga, what?
There has
to be a threshold.
It's not a threshold. It's really you have to feel
qualifiers.
somebody.
Yeah.
In order to
Right.
be able to
Yes.
receive the word bitch.
You gotta know your audience.
Even like I know males who call other males like bitch. I be like
That's some new shit. Because I grew up
and that is new.
My partners know that that's
That
not
is
where I
new.
really play. Like
Nah, not new
we're
for
part
me.
bitch ass, but like all my
like-
partners know.
or like somebody like-
I don't play with that.
Somebody always called guys bitches for
somebody
a very
or
long
like
time.
somebody saying like
Yeah, I've never.
and it's gotten me into some fights too.
Oh,
I
okay.
guess what
Well,
you're
because
saying.
my friends know not to
What
call
you're
me
trying
that. Like, I'm not the type of niggas like, man, you little bitch, you bitch. Like, hey,
I ain't never been caught.
like,
it's the way it is.
we might joke and like maybe one of my niggas.
Hey, what do you mean a bitch?
One,
Like,
not that. 'Cause
well,
that-
the
that's,
same
that's
way-
not, I've never.
the
no
same
one ever said that to
way-
me.
You punk up.
the same way that a receiving woman of the word bitch would allow. There could be there's we said there's some women on this planet I would never like call a
Ever
bitch,
in
right?
my life.
Never.
And like that's
Most
the same
women I would.
thing as like somebody who was raised with that was not a colloquialism for male to male
Facts. Yeah.
banter. So yeah.
I gotta know your.
I mean, we wasn't. I say we weren't raised like it wasn't. That wasn't
My
word.
mama didn't play
Words
and
wasn't
say
really
that.
tossed around like that. Like
No,
not. I'm trying to think of what we used to say back in the day, but
it wasn't bitch.
yeah.
I'm just not calling women bitches to trigger them or to hurt them or whatever. It's more in like, hey, like in a praiseworthy connotation.
But what if they don't see it as praiseworthy from you?
And
like
and,
a white
and that's
person,
what-
I'm calling you my nigga like a friend. No,
right.
You can't call me a friend.
And that's what. In no way. Let me throw this fucking disclaimer out. Right. Whatever. And not because I don't want y'all to think that I'm being
PCTT.
cynical with this shit. But in no way, these are all fucking jokes. And on top of that, y'all know, like, it's a term of endearment in a sense, in a real fucked up way, right? Psychological way. We
women,
should not be calling women bitches, but we do. So get over it.
I
man.
don't though. That's the thing.
Huh? You don't. Cool.
Yeah,
Right. Dino's made a statement.
It's not
I
part
do.
of my lexicon.
But not
Even
all
my
women.
closest female friends.
But
It
my-
exists.
It'll be weird for
in my
them.
dialogue with the women that I'm around.
Yeah.
But
Do
I
you-
have to like neutralize my
Yeah,
masculinity
yeah.
before I
Before you
allow
say that.
myself to say that.
If you say it too
Right,
aggressive,
yes.
it's
Yeah,
like,
like-
whoa, what?
yeah.
I have a wide range of friends,
Because I'm
female, women friends, right?
right.
But yeah, I know. Now you got to fucking change female to woman now. But yeah, we just know that a lot of people are sensitive. It's a very sensitive world that we live in right now. And I
Yo,
cannot
can we talk
wait
about that for a second, please? No, just real quick.
I want Bradley to finish this point.
15 nigga like
Bradley, finish this point.
oh.
No. Where was that going? What was the other one? Icebox where it's supposed to be.
Where it's supposed to be.
No.
Did you want him to finish your point?
No, I was done.
No, you were done.
He was done with his point.
Just in other words, don't call Michelle Obama a bitch.
Nah, especially old monkey bitch, like somebody called her.
Even if it's like really nice, like bitch, you look good.
But if it's called her man,
you can't
You can't even do that. That doesn't even sound or feel right.
No, there's some people where doesn't matter what the.
I have a quick question for y'all.
Just understand
the
the
intention
environment.
is.
Cardi
Yeah.
B, I'm sure she wouldn't mind, but you know.
Well, no, that's actually true.
Yeah, right.
That's
But
true.
Michelle, you just got to know the fucking dynamic, the audience, the realm.
Put it like this: would you allow that woman to call you a bitch back?
That,
If so, then we cool.
because Cardi might say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How would she say that back to me though?
Well, the same way that men was colloquially say
Yeah.
bitch to each other.
I'm like, yeah, you a bad bitch too, JT.
No, I said again the way that men would
say,
like, bitch, that's, you know, like or like you talking about or like you talking about something that happened, you'd be like, bitch, like that type
the
of
same
like
way you said you've been saying bitch to your guy friends for years. You just said that.
You're a good lawyer.
How have you been saying that to them? That's how she would say it to you.
yeah.
Like, however that sounds.
Like the same way.
This nigga, they been saying that shit for years. Who the fuck you been calling bitch all these years? It ain't been me. Who the fuck?
Let's move on. What do you? Did you want to talk about sensitivity?
No, yes, in a sense. We gonna let him get out. We gonna let him just.
He gonna escape it, yeah.
No, because I don't comprehend, and I don't want to go. I don't want you to go in depth of trying to explain and get me to understand because I just don't feel like it's worth it. How long are we going? Are we going? We've been going for a pretty long time. Y'all want to put a cap on it?
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah,
That's almost
208.
exactly
208. That's all right. Well,
Y'all got work tomorrow?
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
I work from home.
Do you not have work tomorrow?
I do, but not. I don't have anything to do, so I'll be.
Your first
I'm not gonna say how much work I'm gonna do tomorrow on air. That's for
there you
sure.
go. There you
I'm
go.
gonna do a lot of work tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely.
Actually, we have something called Summer Fridays, so
That's dope.
no meetings are allowed after 2 p.m.
We used to do that too.
I'm doing community service tomorrow.
No one respects.
Actually, that's not Summer Friday. That's not Summer Fridays. We also have Summer Fridays where you get to take a Friday off every month.
Cordy, you doing community service? What are you
Here
doing?
you go. My bad.
For
No, I was just gonna pass you. You ain't to reach.
for CJ's house or for
wants to make
CJ's
the
house. CJ's place. Nah,
CJ's place.
He's been holding. That's the
for
club.
the food bank.
That's the after shower.
Oh, what y'all
You
doing?
know,
Boxing
we just-
lunches and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Hey,
y'all
yo,
feeding them?
I'm speaking in front of a school too.
Wow. Yo, my boys
Hey,
are speaking, yo.
those are great, man. Doing those.
I love those. Yeah, with
man,
kids.
I used to love them.
Bro, kids.
I went to
my
the hood
God.
at school.
Especially
They started
older
talking
ones.
back. They
All right, I
started
gotta share
heckling me.
this.
I got heckled that one. I ain't done one since.
Shout out to my wife, but who's an educator and stuff.
Hey,
And
shout out to
all the
educators. Yes,
and
please.
period,
Yeah.
man.
Get
Y'all
them
are fucking
some-
front line now because man, these motherfuckers.
Please. And they listen. And I don't
Oh, too late.
why they're so. I'm gonna go in there more.
There it is.
No, but
He was searching for that shit for
Right.
The button wasn't working.
I bring this up because they just recently had an opportunity. Her school is so dope, man. She's a first grade teacher, but going to be a kindergarten teacher now. But their school is dope because they just allow the teachers to kind of create the narrative, and so one of the teachers.
As long as they don't teach
hold on.
CRT.
Just follow me. One of her teachers had a daughter whose boyfriend plays on the college football team and was in town
Okay, gotcha.
and was going to be in town for like the week. And the teacher made a pitch, hey, college athletes in town, what do y'all think about having a career day or whatever? Just the first grade student body. And principal's like, yeah, go ahead, shoot for it. And they did it. And boy, the reception, these little first graders, which eventually turned into him speaking for the whole school, like fourth graders, fifth graders and stuff. And they said that the fourth graders and fifth graders, they're all the problem child, like all the problem children in section grades. They all were super receptive, and he was like super engaged. And they asked him general, like super life lesson questions, and they were like, yeah, I look up to you and thank you for changing me. Like, and now
They saw themselves in him.
Right. Now they're signing up for summer league camps and stuff, whatever. And the parents like wrote into the school like that following week. It was just like, hey, this is amazing. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
This is great for my kid.
Representation.
Right. Exactly. So, you know,
And this is in a suburban district that's definitely majority.
But you know what that screamed to me? I was just like, damn, like schools need to do more career days and more like mentor inspired,
meaningful ones, though.
meaningful,
And
right?
some,
Exactly.
showing some unique careers too.
That's my point. Because
Right.
you just having people come and talk about shit. I ain't gonna lie, I had some career days boring as hell. It was a waste of time.
Yeah.
And the
Actually,
people
that
that were
man
talking,
who
I
ripped
knew
that
that
phone
existed.
book, give it up.
I knew that.
Y'all remember that?
Oh, he was everywhere. He
was everywhere.
Old
The man who ripped the man who ripped the phone book.
Yeah, I remember that.
School.
Yep.
Yeah, he made
What
a
was
living
that
out of
for?
that shit. It was just like
Strength and courage.
Yeah, whatever it meant.
motivational speaker. But see, they used to have speakers that didn't have they were just there to motivate you.
Oh, okay.
This nigga would come and rip phone books and crack baseball bats in his head and
Bitch,
shit.
this did not teach me math.
How much did they
bro.
get paid for that? 'Cause it's like-
Enough to this nigga, that's what he did for a living. He saw me and I saw him.
Yeah.
Like, so that's
He
supposed
was
to
making
inspire
a
me to break bats across my head.
No, it didn't motivate me. He was like a
barriers.
sideshow. It's like a circus act. Like, when he left, I was like, oh shit, remember that guy that can break a bat?
Yeah, people believe in you. Like, I got nothing from
I got
this.
nothing from this nigga, yo.
0%.
But like,
Did y'all have Dare and Chicken Club?
oh yeah.
Did y'all have that?
Yeah.
Am I tripping or?
Did you ever?
Oh,
hear
is
that? It's a trade.
Oh,
Did you?
It's a house show.
Like,
yeah.
what? Did you attend
Chicken Club in Dare.
Like, no, did you attend? Where did you go to elementary school? In Chicago?
Both Chicago and
fun
Colleen.
fact: Bradley's from 63rd.
Hey.
We're not from 63rd.
Did you don't get it?
What's
I know.
63rd?
Never mind. Just keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed it.
Anyway,
This is the JT over JT's head episode today.
well, it's a rapper that has dearly departed. Anyway,
Oh fuck!
so he is a rapper that is dearly departed. He left behind
Gathered here today.
the other rapper. Did he have a kid?
Probably. I don't know. I don't think. Yes.
Lil Durk's
actually,
right hand man, King
I
Von.
think I believe he did.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with 63rd?
Oh god.
I'll have to go into a deep history
All right,
about
so
why you don't want
what
to.
happened?
But wait, you said did we have what now?
Chicken Club or Dare? Dare was
Dare was just getting phased out.
Dare, yeah, you had the fucking shirt
It was
on.
anti-drug.
Yeah, anti-drugs, and the
None of
Chicken
it
Club
worked.
was just like a
None of it
student
worked.
club that you joined to go to the roller skate.
Chicken
rink.
Club was
you donate money.
it was
and-
right, but it was like the predecessor to
I ain't
Dare.
never heard of Chicken Club.
Y'all know that was like
It's a
a
Texas
Houston,
thing, I
yeah, it
guess.
was like an Aldine ISD.
I thought that was a nationwide thing. I had no idea.
turkey walk, whatever that shit.
Like, nobody from outside of Aldine ISD knows
What
what
the hell we talking about? Chicken Club. What?
It was basically like a motivation group, whatever.
Well,
to
we all
entice
have
children
Parachute
to-
Day, right?
No, I don't know what
Yes.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, with the big
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
big
Like
rainbow
what?
parachute. Yeah, that was popping.
Since we all were in Texas for like 4th and 5th grade, did y'all write something on how to make an ice cream sundae?
I don't remember.
It's like a composition, like for Tom.
yeah, like you
had
write it,
that
but they
fucking
make it.
honor your partner, honor your coordinator.
But they make
What
it
was
for
that?
you.
What the
Oh, you talking
square
about?
dance?
You talking about square
So the
dancing?
teacher,
We used to do
I
that.
remember that,
So we
and
talking
that made
about
me want to
PE?
vomit.
We used to do that all. Like they used to teach us random.
Y'all remember?
shit, like
Y'all
the
remember?
Macarena.
Why did they provide them soft ass small balls for dodgeball eventually? I remember we started out raw with
Because
real
yeah,
dodgeball.
No, we used to play with like volleyballs and softballs.
And it was like, oh, we raising little niggas with superpowers, so we need to switch these to them small. And it was like leathery and weird. I hated them things.
And then you throw them straight, even if you had a good.
I'm not gonna lie.
It was gonna catch some random way.
They were too light.
Yeah, they were way too light. That means that means your release. You
kick and then the ball go like,
Yeah.
you ready to kick?
I ain't gonna lie, I used to fuck niggas up with them because I always had this crazy alien like reach, like my paw. But I used to catch some shit out the sky. I ain't going even front. I used to
D-line.
Let's play volleyball like now. Let's get.
You ask anybody from back in the day.
Academy. What they got? No, I'm trying to think where they got. I don't shop for volleyballs or soft. What they call dodgeball? Something like where they got these whole Academy dicks? Maybe I don't know. But go get something from Academy. Let's play dodgeball, nigga. Or something.
The sound of one of those balls hitting in person is like imprinted. It's like a ping.
You remember the Pringles?
No. So we started with the big red balls you talking about. No, but see,
No, I was talking about the little ones.
Bro,
too.
how
They don't make no
do we
sense.
get
but
here,
we
guys?
started with those the big rubber
Yeah, we
balls.
started with
and them hoes used to get titties on
we
them
used to use
sometimes.
kickballs
They used to get nipples
for-
on them. And you used to
Yeah.
throw them on them.
Yeah, we used to use kickballs for dodgeball. Like, what happened to
No,
that?
that shit was painful, bro. That shit was
Nah, that was
terrible.
All right, let's get to the show.
Can we play dodgeball? I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Can we do the field day thing?
We should have a partners.
Yes. That's
Make that happen. We should. Hey, we're gonna also do a partners meet and greet soon, people. So we're gonna have to say where we're going. Y'all be on the lookout for that.
We'll be coming to a club lounge near you.
Club lounge.
So, speaking of
We're coming to the club lounge, nigga.
Hey, you're some fine bitches. Throw some money. Take you guys to the club lounge.
Good Lord.
here's to season 5, and here
Give me that lime juice.
is to you need the line for that little bitty ass shot.
I'm pouring this right back in there.
By giving you,
I'm about to
half a
chase
shot.
coffee with this.
Oh no, you finna be shitting.
Here's your
Get him
fucking
up. Get him up. Get him up.
No, I'm talking about like the flavor in my mouth right now.
right.
I'm like, this is gonna be great.
How do
gotcha,
we want to do this? We want to go around the table and
Nah,
say, like,
nah.
all right, here's to another successful season opener, and here is to a very successful and hot boy, hot girl, hot whatever fucking summer.
Hoochie Daddy.
Hoochie Daddy.
Hoochie Daddy.
Hoochie Daddy summer.
You got the Hoochie Daddy shorts on?
Yeah, you got
Yeah, I got my knees
got a lot of
out.
thighs out,
It's
my
summer,
nigga.
it's summer
This is
2022,
pause.
baby. I'm ready to get these knees.
And shouts to y'all. It's good to be back in the presence of
Yes.
you gentlemen. I ain't gonna
Props to Saab.
Yeah. Props to God. Props to me. Props to you.
Yeah, man, they don't know nothing about that song.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But all right, here we go. Are you ready?
There we go. How we doing this?
Get the
Hey,
fuck
don't
right.
toast over the board, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about this? Me and
that why
Bradley
it's thick?
toast, and then you and there
we
we go.
go.
There we go. All right, here we go.
It's tragic.
Cheers.
All right.
Drinking that Mino Lino
Yeah, we're gonna research on why people tap the table, by the way.
Pour this back in there, Brian.
to bring us back down to earth, or to bring us the base, whatever the fuck. We explained it one time.
I got to drive on with
For a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're just gonna be so drunk.
Wow.
All right, go ahead and take us out. Dino.
Partner is dead on the.
Potna found dead.
And another tragedy on I-45 this night.
Oh no.
Hey, man.
No, there wasn't a joke.
Remember when you called
Tuning into the sounds of the Potnas podcast.
What?
the prank that we pulled? Where you called? Guess I don't want to use a name. Go ahead.
Probably not.
All right.
Yeah.
Follow the.
Wait, why do I remember this? What was it?
It's one of the greatest motherfuckers.
59?
Turn this up.
Oh my god!
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my goodness!
You want to tell us about it?
We'll tell you about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Off mic.
Just not right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for episode 30. Hey, follow the podcast on all social media.
Why it sounds so old? It sounds like no. Keep going.
Sound like, yeah, we've been doing it for a while.
Taking you like bitches to the club lounge for episode 30.
Follow us on all social media platforms, starting with Bradley.
Oh, at Coolin' and Pullin', that's COLINPAND. POLIN. I haven't done it in a while.
Cool.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna follow that. Messed it up.
Dino,
You can follow me at the dictionary THE_DIXONA.
are you going to update your bio?
I am actually. I have to. Out of necessity. Y'all niggas keep me. Be on the lookout.
All right. Follow Courtney at.
He lying like a...
J Coleman at Courtney J Coleman. All Spanish is at Courtney J Coleman.
Follow me at JT Gasol. That's JT SOLE. Follow the Potnas Podcast at POTNAS Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and for all of our latest content, visit our website, PotnasPodcast.com, to stream all our previous episodes. Leave us a 5-star review if you enjoyed this episode. All right. We love y'all. We see y'all next week.
Peace.